Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck to Sim live stream. Today it is the... I don't even know what it is. It's the 12th of August 2020, coming in 35 minutes past 5 in the evening here in the UK. I think it's been the longest stretch we've ever had since a live stream. It's been around nearly 3 weeks or so, and so much has happened since the last live stream. Guys, I hope you can hear me okay, because I've got air conditioning running in the background and it could be a little bit loud there. But yeah, so since the last live stream, I went back to work 3 weeks ago for the first time in 8 months, so I had loads of line training to do. I passed my check about 2 weeks ago. I've been back flying on the line. I'm actually really busy in these kind of coronavirus times. I can't believe how busy it actually is. I've got around 75-80 hours or so this month to do. In fact, I'm actually going back to work tomorrow. Not only that, I moved house, so I am now streaming from the brand new Flight Deck to Sim headquarters. It might sound a little bit different, so ideally you should be getting a fantastic quality stream now, because the internet speed here, my current upload speed is 60 meg per second. So just taking a look now, my upload is 20.5 meg per second. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to watch this in 1080p at 60 FPS, excellent quality. So it'll be very enjoyable for all of you. Now, as a bit of an impromptu stream, all we're going to be doing today is a flight from Faro to Fuerteventura, because I do have to get up very early in the morning I'm actually going to the Canary Islands, fully enough, so this is actually good practice. Thank you very much, O'Neill, for the 250 DOP donation. Is there a possibility that we can have the ZIBO mod in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? I've got a funny feeling someone might have asked that today. ZIBO, I do know, has at least the alpha, so he is testing that. Whether he'll be able to insert that into Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, I don't know. Unfortunately, the current ZIBO mod is based off the default X-Plane 11 737, and as you will well know, there isn't a default 737 with the new Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, so it's a bit of a shame. No doubt he'll probably do something in the future. Anyway, yes, what else going to say? I hope you've all enjoyed the Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 content I've made. I made a couple of videos which are kind of befitted the channel, really. One kind of demonstrating my very basic thoughts on the sim. The second one was a kind of instrument rating or instrument flying one in the default Cessna Caravan, which I thought was quite enjoyable. I found out there was a bit of a bug in the aircraft, or the automation, just before the stream, or just before I published the video. I didn't have time to fix that, unfortunately, but I've just had no time to squeeze them out. I really wish I could make a lot more videos for you guys, but I'm just so busy outside the channel at the moment. My office isn't even set up, finished yet. My PC is just on my new desk, which I built yesterday. And I just wanted to do a little live stream, so if you had any questions about the new sim, just have a catch up with you guys. It'll be fun. Anyway, we are in the Alpaca Airways ZIBO mod 737. Unfortunately, it's not the latest one. Just prior to the start of the stream, I opened up the aircraft and it was a bit bugged, the new 343 full, so I've reverted to 342.25, which was the last stable version. I think it's the one we streamed in last time, but yeah, it's looking very resplendent here. We've got a few of that Alpaca Airways aircraft on the stand here. This is default X-Plane 11 scenery from Faro. I think it's based off an old FSX scenery. It does actually look not too dissimilar to Faro. We've got an Airbus Alpaca Airways pushing back already, and a few 737s as well. So there we are. Rika Deriz, desk from IKEA. Actually, it wasn't from IKEA. It was from furniture something or other. There are other flat pack furniture shops available, but yeah, it's quite good. It's all white, looking pretty good. Anyway, let's turn the music down here slightly in the background. We're going to do a full setup today. Unusually, I've not done any testing. Like I said, I've been so busy, but I will talk about a few of the new things that we have at work. So I went back flying. We have things like CPDLC now. We have electronic flight plans. Unfortunately, none of this is incorporated into any desktop simulator. I don't think CPDLC is available in X-Plane. Maybe it is available on Prepared with some of their pair aircraft, but it'd be quite cool if VATSIM could implement that in the future, because I certainly know how all that works there. Right, anyway, let's go to Avitab Airport. I've already got all the charts up there first. Let's let's get something else here. Thank you very much, Captain Henry, for the $25 donation. Very generous of you, sir. Hey, I'm new to the channel. Love the stream so far. Thank you very much, Captain Henry. It's very generous of you. That reminds me, actually, one of the things I do is a sterile cockpit whilst I set this up, so I'll just give me 2 seconds to get that there. But thank you very much, Captain Henry. Welcome on board to the channel. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, we're going to have lots of streams coming up when I get a bit of time at the end of the summer season, when it'll be getting a little bit quieter. We'll certainly have time for a bit of streams. Right, anyway, I ordered a second monitor. Now I have room on my desk, so I'll become a lot more of a professional streamer. I'm just going to turn off the alert box here and turn on the alerts. There we are. We now have a sterile cockpit enforced, so it'll be a little less distracting for you whilst I set it up. In fact, what I'm going to do is that there. Right, I'm all out of sequence because I've got back to work and I haven't set up the ZIBO mod in ages. It's going to be all over the place. Right, we need some ground power. I'm going to end up saying my operator's call sign. A lot of you have been asking, have you said Alpaca Airways since you've been at work? I've been so close to doing it, but as I've logged about 40 hours the last couple of weeks, I'm now far more proficient at saying my operator's call sign, so I might accidentally say Japan Airways at some point. Did I say that? I did. We'll have to see what goes on. Right, anyway, reset the master caution. Let's crack on. And if you are new to the channel, just bear with me whilst I get everything set up, guys. I will, once I'm airborne, we'll have plenty of time to catch up on lots of the things you'll ask. Right, batteries on, GPU's on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps can go on, the landing gear lever is down, we've got 6 green lights, and then we check all the aircraft documentation here. I hope, guys, let me know in chat, how is the stream quality? There should be no stutters. In fact, there's a suggestion here from YouTube. Your stream's current bitrate is higher than the recommended bitrate. We recommend you lower it. Well, I'm not even utilising my full internet here. Well, I hope the quality's fantastic for you guys anyway. Right, let's do the fault and fire tests. That's looking good. APU detector in op. We've got master caution overheat detector. Lovely. Fire tests. Looking good. Let's now go up here. Emergency exit lights on. We need to get some fuel, so I got our flight plan straight from Debrief just prior to the stream. Let's now open the doors and lower the stairs. Just hopefully I'll remember to do it. Get the passengers on board here. Oh look, you can even see the shadow of the door opening. That's cool. Right, let's get the flight plan for you guys. So here we are. So flight time's going to be around 1 hour 50. We need 7.4. I'm feeling confident today. The weather is good in Fuerteventura. I don't think there's any planned event. So let's just take standard fuel. So we'll take 7.5 tons today. We'll go here 7.5. My goodness, how is 700 of you watching? I wasn't expecting that. I'm planning this stream. Probably some of the new subscribers. Right, let's... I can't even remember how much fuel I wanted. 7.5 tons. So let's go here to the fuel payload. 7.5. Payload then. We're going to have 150 passengers today. And that should give us a zero fuel weight of 56.2 tons. It has. Perfect. We'll start the flight leg as well. And what I'm going to do now is turn off the background music because we have boarding music with the stock ZIBO mod anyway. Right, that's looking good. We won't put the seatbelt sign on. We only do that once the fuel load's complete. Or refuel is complete. Push the attend button. Verify the flaps are up and the up indicator position is there. All looking good here. Stab drink out switches. We'll do a takeoff config warning test. There we are. Cargo fire test. No detector fault. Discharge forward and aft lights illuminated. Fire warning bell and light is on 2. Rudder radar on trim 0. Manual gear extension doors closed. Check all the circuit breakers are in. So if you bring your eye level, just in a real aircraft, there's little white collars here. So if they have popped, it's quite easy to spot that. Cool. Back airspeed warning test. Stall warning test. No, still have to wait a little bit longer for that. 4 minutes after we've got AC power. IRS to nav. 7 minutes to align the IRS here. Circuit breakers are all in. And as I said, we have started the boarding. Is the G1000 in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 realistic, Zachary? Asking the wrong sort of person. My goodness me. If you guys want to laugh, have a look at the comments section on my last couple of Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 videos. Some of the abhorrent comments I've had are just hilarious. I try to comment or reply to as many comments as possible, but I've had some very stark criticism on my flying based on my last flight. My favourite one was someone criticising my ability to fly a localizer, whilst I felt very amusing. Right, anyway, the pre-flight safety inspection's all done. We now check the lights. I'll imagine that Jim, our first officer, is doing the walk around. Guys, I've got a really exciting video to show you as well. We have a promo for Alpaca Airways, which I'm going to show to you in the cruise. It will be the new intro for a few of the streams as well. But yeah, lights test. We do a quick panel scan, working on our way up here. All the lights should be illuminated, except the wheel well fire warning. That you have to test when you do the wheel well fire. Otherwise, it's all looking good here. We can now turn that to bright, reset this. Let's see if we've got any ATC here. We do. We actually have Faro approach online and the ATIS on 124.2. I must apologise for the pace of this stream. How long have we been streaming? 13 minutes. We're nowhere near ready. 124.2. Now, why can't we hear anything? I know why. Let's turn this up here.
50 degrees DL.
My ears.
Scattered clouds at 600 foot.
There we are. Let's just grab the ATIS for Faro.
3000 foot depth 23. 2.16 QNH 1013. Comply with speed limitations unless otherwise advised by ADC. LPPT information echo.
Information echo. Wonderful.
LPPT at C1130. Expect ILS approaches runway and use 03DL55.
That is
on the
not
ground.
Faro, that is
19.1
Porto ATIS.
after.
Interesting. 124.2. That's really interesting, guys. So on my X-Pilot, it says Faro ATIS, Lima Papa Foxtrot Romeo, 124.2. And I've got 124.2, but it said Lima Papa Papa Tango 03. I know that's Porto. That's really interesting. Now, usually it would be because I've done something stupid, but I've definitely got, it says here, Lima Papa Foxtrot Romeo 8. Oh, it's now gone offline. Anyway, interesting. Well, we've got information echo for Porto, which is only a few hundred miles away. Let's crack on with the rest of the setup. We are live weather at the moment, though, so let's have a look at the METAR. That's going to be the next best thing here. The current METAR in Faro is showing the wind 250 at 20 knots, so runway 28 for departure for sure, 10k, few clouds at 1800 feet, 24 degrees, QNH is now 1014. We'll set the MFRA here, which is going to be 1030 feet. Guys, if you're new to the channel, what I'm setting here, this is the height at which we accelerate in the event of an engine failure. Oops. Well, I'd love to. Oh, we accidentally selected radio altimeter, that's why. So it can vary, but typically it's 1,000 feet above aerodrome level. So, oh my goodness me, 1,030. There we are. We'll select terrain and airports for now. We don't need any panel lighting on here, so it's about time we actually loaded up the FMC here. The ATIS is now live, is it? The information echoes from Lisbon. No, Lisbon, sorry. Lima Papa Tango. That's Lisbon, not Porto. Yeah, sorry, 0321. Of course it's Lisbon. Did I say... I said Porto, yeah. Porto's far too far away to pick up the ATIS. Ifran, what does he mean by information echo? Well, typically, Ifran, every 30 minutes the ATIS information changes and you have a letter to identify which ATIS you've copied. And that's just the latest information. So when you contact the controller, you can say you have that information, echo or alpha or Zulu or whatever. If you say something else, you might say, well, now as the latest information is not echo, it's Foxtrot. It's typically alphabetical. So you can listen again. Right, let's grab the flight plan today. Here we go. So Lima Papa Foxtrot Romeo. GPS left. It feels weird because I've been back on the line. So going back to the mod, it's strange. It's a good thing, really, because when my first few flights back on the line, I was kind of getting out of sim mode, and I did accidentally put in VCP on the call sign when I first entered it. I was like, oh no, that's not it. It's JAL. Right, today we're going to be the Alpaca 32 Alpha, and we're going to be departing runway 28 here in Faro. The SID's going to be an Oslad 9 Victor. And we'll now punch the rest of the routing. So we are on a domestic route. That's to say that we're not domestic flying in the same country, but we're not on an oceanic airway. They have some Tango airways, they're called, the Tango 9. So you can actually get oceanic to the Canaries, but we're staying on the domestic routing today. Crisco Link, are you using VATSIM? Yes, we are currently logged on to VATSIM. Turto. And from Turto to Turto 6 here. Cool, blimey! Okay. There's 1,200 people watching. Typically, we pull in around 1,200 on the sort of special streams. This is just a routine ZIBO flight, but I hope you're all doing very well. If you are new to the channel, welcome on board. We've certainly picked up a lot of subscribers with from the Microsoft Flight Sim videos, so welcome on board to all you guys. It's going to be a tender transition. We're going to brief everything as per usual. We'll execute that too. Right, let's do the performance. So 0 fuel weight, 56.2 reserves. It's the sum of these two here, so it's 2.4, 2.5 tons. That's to get to our alternate, which is Gran Canaria. Cost index all users 30 today. Going to cruise initially at flight level 370. That's executed. We'll punch up here 3702. I just realised I've got the camera head shake on, that probably doesn't help. Elevation in Fuerteventura, that's what we punch in here. That is 100 feet. Pop that to steady. That tells the ground crew we have AC power connected to the aircraft. Oh, what? Hold on. Am I looking at the wrong figure? I was getting really excited. I thought there was that many people watching. I'm looking at something else. What I'm looking at is viewer activity. That's really upsetting. Oh, well, thank you so much for the 300 people that watched it. I was going to say, just being a typical normal stream. Yeah, I've got it now. I was looking at the wrong figure. I was looking at the amount of people who have changed a figure. That's really upsetting. Oh. Hopefully on the approach we'll have a few more people. 100 people. Steady. That's you can have a... I don't actually have an emoji yet for Are You a Real Streamer. We have the Are You a Real Pilot one. Perfect. So elevation is 100 feet. And then we can carry on with the rest of the setup. So top climb wind. We'll punch in here.
Sorry, no service here.
Oops, I think I accidentally pushed something here. 260 at 37. I love the comments now. Yeah, so basically what I was looking at was that there's a new... Basically, there's a new streaming platform I'm using, and it says on it viewer activity, and at the moment it says 1,300, but I think that's the amount of times people have changed or played back something. So it says concurrent viewers now. I can see exactly what we have, which is 307 people watching. The most we've ever had, though, is 1,800 on the New York, Dublin, New York stream. We did have 1,800 people watching, which is our all-time record, which is pretty cool. So temperature from the ATIS, 422k I got from the performance, and takeoff flat 5. These speeds are 30, 31, and 40. 40 we can punch in here. Right, we are actually getting somewhere now. Stream for 21 minutes, not bad. So yaw damper on. Nav transfer display switch is a normal auto. Crossfeed valve will check. I know something I forgot to do as well, because I've just seen it in chat. Thank you very much. See, you don't have to worry about this sort of stuff in real life too. Where's fuel? There we go. Perfect. Crossfeed, we checked, it's now closed. Fuel pumps on, and we don't have any in the centre tank today. That's all set. Window heat on, anti-ice off, trim air on, packs auto. That's all set. Flight directors come on. We're going to be cruising today. Oh no, we've got a SID. Well, our SID actually, the one we're flying, the planned one, doesn't have a pre-planned or cleared flight level. So I'm just going to put flight level 60. Faro, I've flown it to a lot. I actually flew there last week. They always seem to climb you to flight level 60 here. Auto brake to RTO, reset the fuel flow. Rest is all set down here. Looking good. Performance, just the trim, 6 units. Perfect. Right, so we'll get the APU up and running here. And we do now have a Faro hiatus. Okay, Lima Papa Foxtrot Romeo 11904. So we'll grab the clearance, and then we'll I'll give you all the pre-flight briefings here. XVLP, what is that MA light? That MA light there stands for Master. You've got 2 flight director systems. Whichever one you turn on first becomes the Master. So if I turn the flight directors here, it just reminds you which one's which. We always put pilot flyings as Master, so if I put that back on there, and that slaves the flight director system. Right, APU starting up. Let's try and grab the clearance here. See if they're listening in. I hope it's all working correctly. I did take a few minutes yesterday to make sure VATSIM was all up to date and working. Faro approach, very good day. It's Alpaca 32 Alpha. We're on stand 209 in Faro, and request departure clearance to Fuerteventura, please.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, Faro Botat, cleared Fuerteventura, runway 28, Oslad, Minor Victor, departure, squawking 4725. Information India, current QNH 1015.
Cleared to Fuerteventura at Oslad 9 Victor, squawk 4725, and QNH 1015, Alpaca 32 Alpha.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, correct, report ready for push.
Okay, perfect, so that's all looking good. We've got, we didn't get a cleared flight level there, so we'll confirm that with ATC once we request push and start, and we can now confirm it's the Oslad 9 Victor, and the squawk was 4725. Right, we'll put the APU on the bus. We can now disconnect the GPU. Close the doors. Look, I remembered. It'll be the first time that we forgot to do it. Yeah, the GPU disconnecting and shutting down. Sounds very diesely and very rattly. Beautiful day here in Faro. Right, what have we got left to do? So, that's all set here. We then do our briefings. Right, so we check the routing, instrument cross-check, emergency briefings, and we describe what the captain would do and the pilot flying in the event of an engine failure after V1, and also in the event of a rejected takeoff. Taxi we do. There's an Alpaca Airways 737 departing. Look at that. Superb. Nice rotation. Taxi routing and then the SID. So that's what I wanted to brief. So, starting here then. We are on stand 209. So we're going to push back hopefully to face east out via Bravo onto Papa. And then we're going to taxi Papa full length departures only for runway 28. You can't take the Romeo Delta intersection here. And the SID and Oslad 9 Victor. We're going to be climbing straight ahead to FR612 and then immediate left turn 193 all the way to Oslad. And that's it. Very nice, simple SID for us. What I'm just going to do is put 220 knots for the initial turn there. Cool, so we have got 390 people watching, not 1,390. That's pretty cool. Thank you so much for taking your Wednesday afternoon away. Guys, keep an eye out on my social media. I am flying a lot more. I'll try and keep you some stuff posted. I am going to Canary Islands tomorrow. In fact, not to Fuerteventura. I'm not going to disclose where we are, but I'll try and take some pictures on the way. I'm not looking forward to flying this week back into the UK. There's thunderstorms forecast all week, and a lot of my friends got diverted yesterday. I was looking at some of the pictures they sent of the weather radar. I couldn't believe it. A lot of bad weather around the UK. It's so hot and so humid at the moment. Right. I hope you're all happy with everything anyway. Let's get the better pushback. Let me know in chat if I've forgotten anything obvious. You are my eyes and ears and virtual first officers. Let's get this pushback ready. So let's do something like this and something like this.
Round to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Sounds very Portuguese. and request pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Excellent. Kieran Harvey, thank you for streaming despite being up at silly hours. Yeah, I've got to get up at around 3:30 tomorrow morning. Mariana, bless us, we've got dinners already, so literally as soon as the stream's finished, I'll be eating and going to bed. But I typically have about 6 hours sleep or so. So as long as I'm in bed by 9, I'll be grand. Anthony, hope you're doing well. Better pack a suitcase, he says. Oh, I don't want to even think about it. I hate thunderstorms. Here's our Alpaca Airways new ground equipment and ground crew. Guys, do stay tuned. As soon as we get to top of climb, I'll show you our new Alpaca Airways TV advert. It'll be airing on all terrestrial TV channels very soon. Prudhu, will you buy the PMDG 737? Yes, very likely. That I'll definitely test it out.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
When Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 is finally released. AP, if you're asking, check your V speeds. 130 is too low for gross weight. 64 tons should be more. What's our gross weight today? 64. I think you should find you're completely fine. In fact, oh crikey, you're absolutely right. Yes, and I know why as well, buddy. You'd make a fantastic first officer because when we inserted those speeds, we were still uploading fuel. In fact, I haven't even checked if we finished that. We finished. You'd make a fantastic first officer. But yes, the V speeds, as long as you have the correct gross weight, they should match exactly the Boeing OPT because they've been programmed to do so. But that was a fantastic spot by...
in bypass scene inserted. Release parking
who was
brake.
that? Who was it again? I must shout that out because that was fantastic. It's somewhere there, but well done, sir. Well done. Right, anyway, let's request push. Oh my god, there's so much I've still not done, guys. There's so much. This is why we have briefings and everything. Where were you guys? Runway heading to 83. There's no point saying any nav aids because it's a RNAV SID. There's no ground-based navigation aids, but all I'll do is set this to the runway QDM. CG and trim I did manage to remember to do. That way, if we have to come back to Faro very quickly, at least we've got the ILS there. Trim is set, Tim. That's done. 6 units. Autopilot said it. I'm going to keep an eye on this chat during the pushback here. I think it'll be rather important that we do. I can't wait to play this back as well. I'm looking at the little preview and I don't get any of those stutters anymore with the stream, it would seem. Right, we'll now request push and start. Fire approach, Alpaca 32 Alpha, stand 209, request push and start.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, hold position, you'll be number 1. You have an aircraft that's just pushing off to your left.
Hold position, Alpaca 32 Alpha. Perfect, so at least he knows we need to go. AP, it was AP that found that. Trim is now 6.25. There you go. To be fair, that wouldn't make much difference, but you're quite right. You need to update that.
Faro approach, Alpaca 7,
Dead
Papa
gear.
Tango, request taxi.
Yeah, I haven't put the gear up yet.
Alpaca 7, Papa Tango, taxi via Bravo, Papa.
That's what I
Papa,
found going back to work. It's the beauty of just
Bravo,
having two
Papa,
people.
holding point, Papa, runway 28,
It's great,
Alpaca
and
7, Papa
obviously
Tango.
in the desktop sim, I don't take as much attention.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, after passing company on your tail from right to left, push and start approved facing east.
Once the company has taxi pass from right to left, push and start approved face east, Alpaca 32 Alpha. The beauty of it, obviously, with two of you, you briefings, you check, you then have a checklist to double check everything, and then you have another checklist to do. And occasionally, Mariana does jump in to help me run some of the checklists and stuff. But she's busy squirreling away. As I said, we have moved house. We're literally tripping over boxes still, and we've got so much to do. LNAV and VNAV, we do that a little bit later. Order throttle 2. Again, that's an operator-specific SOP. Right, let's now... Imagine we've been cleared. We have been cleared push to start, sorry. So packs off, AP bleed on, anti-collision light is on, master caution, dual bleed air conditioning. Transponder should already been out of. And now we can release parking brake. Off we go. Not bad, 32 minutes. Obviously, we're having a...
Starting pushback.
A lot of checks. Yeah, well done, 144 knots now for V2. Just testing you guys. Hold on, Paul. Mariana says, I'm busy in front of the fan because you stole my cold air machine. So we have a little portable air conditioning unit. It's absolutely fantastic. You can probably hear it blurring around in the background, but it's an absolute lifesaver. Inverted click. Why did you move house? Well, I've actually moved base. It was back in November, in fact, and then I hadn't flown for so long because I have a winter off contract. Well, I'm on a full-time contract now, thankfully. And then the coronavirus pandemic kicked in, so we moved to a house that's a lot closer to our newer base. So yeah, it's good. Very excited, and I now have my own office and high-speed internet. It's super cool. It's great to be able to stream now in super high quality. Right, well, imagine me cleared to start engine number 2. Let's go.
Alpaca 71 line up and wait, runway 28.
Thank you very much, James. And 2. Oil pressure. And N1. 25% N2. Fuel in. Make sure you try and check the spar valve. That goes from dim to bright and off. Very difficult in a desktop simulator. Then keep an eye on the engines whilst they spool up. VT Russia, which version of the sim are you using? We're on Expert 1141. If you're interested in what scenery I'm using, what aircraft we're flying, I always update the video description below. Big shout out to FlyX as well. FlyX, we'll talk about it later. They very kindly gifted me their new Fuerteventura scenery, which we'll have a look at today. If we had a bit of time, I might do a little flying a Cessna around there, but I don't think I will today. Right, parking brake is set. Cleared to start engine number 1. Starter cut out, 2463, engine number 2 is stable. Paolo, good day to you from Portugal as well, or boa tarde, I should say. Oh my gosh, everyone was slating me for my pronunciation. I know it's not Portuguese, but on my flight sim video, Lucamora. Lucamera, someone told me in a message, I don't know. I was upsetting a lot of people, I think. Alright, N2. All pressure we have, N1. Tom Malson, how comes your heading's moving? I think that's just a better pushback thing. I noticed whilst you push back, the bug can shake around a little bit.
Now is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Target 1 stable. So wait for all Jose to remove the tug and show us the bypass pin. Should probably stay in the flight deck. Finn, as if on cue, my dinner is served. Catch up soon. Enjoy, Finn. See you shortly. There he is, our Jose, our chief ground crew man. Alpaca Airways. Pushing us back nicely. Right, we'll do the before taxi flow now. Generators on, APUs off. Start switches continuous. Propane on, anti-ice off. Pax auto, APU bleed is off. Set flaps, fine for departure. Flight controls, full forward and full back. Left centre and right centre. Here comes the rudder. Now I have hard floors now, and I have a little anti-skid thing on the rudder pedals. It should be pretty good, but there's oh great, my rudder pedals aren't working. Great. Well, we'll have to get that. It looks like the tiller's working, but my rudder pedals are not working. Yeah, tiller's fine, so I can taxi. When it comes to taking off and maintaining centerline, that could be an issue. Let me just duck under my desk. Just imagine this at work if the rudder wasn't working, and I just said to the first officer, "I'm just gonna go under the under here to see if I can get the rudder pedals working." So, right, let's unplug it. Oh, just smash my head on the table and plug it in. Right, let's try that. Fingers crossed, guys. Otherwise, I might just have to recalibrate this. Yes, we're in business, guys. Just like that. We can now request taxi. Did you hear when I smashed my head on the table, though? Alpaca 32 Alpha, request taxi.
Alpaca 32 Alpha taxi via Bravo, hold short of Charlie.
Taxi via Bravo, hold short of Charlie, Alpaca 32 Alpha. So, just to show you where we're going.
Alpaca 7 Papa Tango runway.
So there's Bravo, and then hold short of Charlie intersection here, so that's what we're going to do.
Runway 28 clear takeoff, Alpaca 7 Papa Tango.
PC should be on the desk. I know, Captain Boz. I'm trying to explain that to Mariana. She's having none of it. Right. Parking brake release, do a config check. There we are. No takeoff config warning. Let's go.
Confirm Alpaca 5 Alpha.
Hi, Trouble. Look, I just banged my head on the desk because my rudder pedals were... Did you really smash my head on it? Mariana has told me to put the PC on the floor because it looks better there, but fortunately I can't sit in the middle of my desk.
No, tell them the truth. I asked you to put the PC on the floor so we'd have more desk space. You put it on the floor and then you put a massive printer on the desk.
Yeah, well, the PC's going back on top. It's really cool. It's got pretty lights on it. Unbelievable. Look at that thing. What is that? Nice scenery, this one, for free.
Alpaca 32 Alpha from Charlie, you can continue your taxi down to holding point Papa, runway 28.
Passing Charlie, continue taxi, holding point Papa, runway 28, Alpaca 32 Alpha. Oops. I forgot to taxi, look, way off the line here.
Alpaca 7, Papa Tango identified, passing 700 feet, climb flat level 2.
So there we are, Bravo, we can now pass Charlie on via Papa, all the way to Papa for runway 28. Ah yes, the good old plug out, plug in manoeuvre, yes, it does work. It's all calibrated. I try and always prepare for my streams, as you well know. I haven't had much chance to test this sector, but I did make sure prior to streaming that VATSIM worked, all the peripherals were working, the joysticks, the rudders. So it's just a flight I've not completed. So I went back flying just over 2.5 weeks ago, guys. It's about a couple of days after the last live stream, and one of the things that I hadn't done for a long time was taxiing. I was taxiing a bit fast. My training captain was like, slow down a little bit in the corners, maximum 10 knots around the corner, 90 degrees. I was doing like 12, 13. I know it doesn't sound like much and you don't get this sensation in the sim, but the nose wheel scrapes a lot if you go over 10 knots. And I think when I first tried to enter the runway, I was doing around 13, 14 knots. The tyre just went and he was like, slow down. I was like, oh, sorry. Right, let's do the before takeoff checklist anyway. So config we checked, flaps we have 5.5 green light, stab trim set for departure 6.25 units set. Takeoff briefing. Packs are auto, bleeds are on, the V speeds are set 37, 37, 44. Departure is going to be the Oslad 9 Victor. We're going to climb straight ahead to the waypoint, what was it called? FR 612. Might as well just look in the FMC. Oh, there you are, FR 612, then a left turn to Oslad.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, confirm your free ready point, reaching holding point, runway 28.
Wilco Alpaca 32 Alpha.
Roger, Alpaca 32 Alpha, in sequence, line up and wait, runway 28.
In sequence, line up and wait, runway 28, Alpaca 32 Alpha. And can you just confirm the stop level for the departure today?
Alpaca 32 Alpha, initially flight level 60, sorry about that, I didn't mention it earlier.
No problem. Flight level 60, Alpaca 32 Alpha. Perfect, so he's confirmed flight level 60, so I'll continue with the rest of the briefing. So climb flight level 60, NADP2, any problems will climb straight ahead to 3,000 feet, make a left turn south over the sea. Right, we're cleared to line up and wait after him, so we'll pop those on, strobes on, we'll put the taxi light off. I don't need this little checklist here, we'll just wait until he starts rolling. He is... next checklist goes... Perfect. So the reason I turned the taxi light off, we have a little SOP at my operator. That reminds us we don't have our takeoff clearance when we line up. So it's a nice little visual aid memoir. Weather radar on, transponder to TARA. So MCP is set and the transponder is TARA. Strobe lights are on and we're just holding on our takeoff clearance there. Guys, thank you very much to the 510 of you watching the stream live now. If you're all doing very well, if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button.
Climb flight level 240.
As we are back streaming after 3 weeks.
Alpaca 137 after passing 2,400 feet, turn left, direct, Oslab. Left, direct, Oslab, Alpaca 137.
Good. I've been waiting to say this for 2.5 weeks, guys. Get your togas in chat. Couldn't say that work. It's great. Right, pointing in the right direction. There we go. You switch weather radar off. Just testing you guys. See.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, runway 28, you clear takeoff, winds 250 degrees, 19 close. Alpaca 5 Alpha,
Oh, missed the rest there. Runway 28 cleared takeoff, Alpaca 32 Alpha. I didn't hear the rest of it.
5 Alpha Mike, taxi.
Right, there we go. Right, anyway, lights are on, checks complete. Let's add 40%. Oh, look, timer. Keep you not happy. Right, engine stabilised, push toga, set takeoff thrust. Better put my feet on the rudder pedals. Over 93.0. Takeoff thrust set indications normal. Light forward pressure on the control column.
Alpaca 7-1, nothing further for you. When you
Check, release that forward pressure. Oh, nose is going to come up. I think that trim calculation could be off.
V1.
There we go, 2 to 2.5 degrees per second. Maintain sense line with rudder. It's a bit slow that rotation, but yeah, alright, boy.
Positive rate.
Gears coming up. And trim. See how I'm back at work, because I'm doing all the things that we do at work. Verify LNAV.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, identify passing 1,200 feet, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Alpaca 32 Alpha. So let's set 240 first.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, after passing 1,400 feet, correction after passing 2,400 feet, turn left, direct, off land.
After passing altitude, can you confirm the cleared passing altitude, and then we'll go direct to Oslad.
The altitude is 2,400 feet.
Passing 2,400 direct to Oslad, Alpaca 32 Alpha. Right, there's 3,200, flaps 1. My goodness. I am saturated here. Where's my first officer? There's 2,400. Oslad. I'm trying to... Oh, look, I'm trying to hand fly. I'm moving the control column back more than I need to just to get Oslad in. There we go. Execute, flaps up. Alright. There we go. Oh, guys. Love my new office. So much space. My joystick's on the left here. There we are. Flaps up, no lights. VNAV. All set as standard as we climb to flight level.
Alpaca 5 Alpha Mike, sounds pretty ready for reaching on the plane pattern.
We're passing 4-5, flight level 240. We'll shortly do the after takeoff checklist. Let's get the turn complete. Boeing doesn't recommend engaging the autopilot on the turn in the 737. They recommend wings level. It's not mandatory, but they advise. You should probably have a much more sensible scale like this, so you can actually check for weather. Right, that'll do. Let's engage the autopilot. Command A, after takeoff checklist.
Thanks for the ATC. Good evening. Bye-bye.
Very polite.
Bye-bye.
Oops. So air conditioning and pressurization 3.0. Auto. Climbing duct pressure is good. And set. Engine starters off, landing gears up and off, want to bring off flaps up lights. And then altimeter standard set passing 7-4, flight level 240. After takeoff checklist is complete. There we go. I've de-sterilised the cockpit. Alerts are on. FlyX scenery is awesome. Yeah, massive thanks to FlyX. You can grab this Fuerteventura scenery, which only came out a few weeks ago. It's $20 in the Explain store. I had a quick look at it yesterday when I installed it. Looks really, really good. Anthony, which flight school did you go to? I'm 13, live in Canada, and aspire to be a pilot for Lufthansa or Air Canada. That's cool, Anthony. I went to Oxford Aviation Academy, although it's now known as CAE Oxford. That was 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago. I was in Arizona doing my CPL. Do the pre-cruise checks now, so past 10,000. So fuel, 4 pumps,
50,
lights,
40, 30, 20, 10.
Lizzie Windsor, here we go.
I hear one has been reprimanded for taxiing too fast. I did wonder who had bought my husband's How to Taxi book.
Unbelievable, Lizzie Windsor going in the £5 donation.
20,
Unbelievable. And Kieran Harvey, it's going to be another automatic one, I think. Oh no.
I cannot recall ever seeing a thunderstorm warning for 6 days in a row. I hope you don't get displaced by them this week.
I hope not.
Thanks for taking the time to stream despite being up very early.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Kieran. Well, firstly, thank you so much, Lizzie Windsor. Yes, I'm so sorry that I got hold of Phil's How to Taxi book. He recommended taxiing around corners at 25 knots as opposed to the standard 10. And thankfully, got away with it a few times and let me off. That's fantastic, Lizzie Windsor. Thank you so much. And stay tuned, Lizzie, because I've got that video based off your radio edit to show you these lovely people, so we'll have a look at that shortly. Kieran Harvey, that's very generous of you. Thank you very much to my members. £10. Cannot recall ever seeing a thunderstorm warning for 6 days in a row. I know, I'm not looking forward to it, buddy. I hope you don't get displaced by them this week. Thanks for taking the time to stream despite getting up area. You're most welcome, Kieran. More than enough time to get this done. I was hoping to do it a little bit earlier today, but we've been out and about, and I've got my new drill. I've been drilling things to the side of walls, and then something came up with my family and wanted to get checked out as well. But yeah, it's always got a bit of time for you guys, but I have got 4 days on the trot flying coming up, and then hopefully something the next few weeks for you guys. And then obviously Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 comes out soon, so yeah, I was really hoping to get a lot more videos out for you. I can't believe the popularity of them. I mean, that video I posted a week ago got 150,000 views or something crazy. I'm sure a lot of you have got many questions about the sim. A lot of people asking, are you going to drop X-Plane 11? Absolutely not. It looks like I'm thankfully free to talk about the sim now as well. It'll be the first stream I've been able to do this, because I'm now in the closed beta and I've given my opinions in the video. So yeah, the new sim, it's looking really good. My overall verdict is, I think it is the future. Right now, for commercial airliners, the stock 747 and Airbus, they're fine for default aircraft. I think a lot of people, especially who are new to Flight Simulator, will enjoy flying those aircraft. For what we do on our channel, which is in-depth simulations and realistic simulations, I won't be using them. I might do it for a bit of a fun stream. I'm planning on doing an introduction to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 stream, so we always stream for 4 or 5 hours and just have a bit of a play with it. And guys in chat, if you want to do a particular thing on the stream, just say it in chat and we'll do it. But for general aviation, it's looking really quite something. You can fly low level, the quality is outstanding, the world is accurately replicated. Where it isn't, they don't have this 3D imagery, they're able to build a 3D object. It's very immersive, and I think we've got an opportunity to do some fantastic general aviation streams. My last live stream, we were in the Seneca 2, and I think a lot of people really enjoyed that. That was the aircraft I did my instrument rating in 10 years ago. I certainly really enjoyed that. And it looks like there's lots of exciting aircraft coming for the Sim 2. So looking forward to flying all these different aircraft and learning how to use them. The problem is they've all got these fancy pants navigation systems. I want some needles and old school aircraft, like old school GA aircraft, so we can do some proper instrument flying. But yeah, very excited to stream it. Oh my goodness, Nightbot! What are you on about? Oh, yes, of course. I forgot to change it again. Welcome back on board Sim 737 Pilot as a member. We have missed you. Glad you're back on board again. Of course, we'll hopefully find you back in the members only Discord shortly, where you'll always be able to ask any questions as you so wish. So welcome back. Thank you very much. Right then, Nightbot, you need to I need to make some adjustments here. You can see
32 Alpha, nothing further for you. Monitoring com 1 to 2 display. Muito obrigado por estar. Thank you very much for flying.
Unicom 122 Decimal 8, thank you so much for the ATC. Boy answer. Perfect. Let's go on to Unicom. There we go. What was I saying? What were we doing? Yes, Nightbot. We need to sort Nightbot out here.
1,000 to go.
What's that noise? What the hell? Did you hear that? What on earth is that? It's like an alarm clock going on. Is this some sort of weird ZIBO mod? Or is it, I think it's the song I'm playing. Yeah, we'll skip that one. So much going on. Oh dear, oh dear. Yes, it's my new scenery command. I need to change this to FlyX. FlyX Fuerteventura. There we go. That was hilarious. Jackers, thank you so much for flying today. You're welcome. Thanks for subscribing as well. Thomas Bossier, welcome aboard. That was really confusing. I think it was just the song that was on in the background. Oh yeah, look, we've stopped at flight level 240 and there's no ATC now, so we'll go up to our cruise level, flight level 370. So once, twice, and 3 times, 370, and then we make sure we're monitoring 121 decimal 5. Which we should have been doing from 10,000 feet. And then to listen to box 2, you just have this turned up there. Awesome stuff. So, a few things have happened since I flew last. Well, I say that I had 8 months off, then I flew for the first time in two weeks ago. It's CPDLC, so I'm now all clued up on how CPDLC works. Basically, what CPDLC is, it stands for Controller Pilot Data Link Communications, and it's the way we kind of now communicate with ATC above 10,000 feet. And the idea is, it's to lower radio congestion. Now, you imagine in more normal times, you know, pre-COVID, hopefully in a few years' time, post-COVID, there's a lot of traffic around, and sometimes it's very difficult to get hold of ATC, especially London airspace, Maastricht. There's so much traffic there, so the idea is they have this system called CPDLC, and we have it inbuilt into the FMC to communicate. So we have to go to menu, it now comes up here, DLK, which stands for data link, and then we communicate with ATC there. Most ATC units in Europe are using it, so you know, everything's through ATC. You communicate through here, contact frequency changes, climbs, heading, shortcuts and stuff. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know if ZIBO will be able to model something, but I'm sure we will. Oh guys, there's so much we've got to do. Yeah, any builds, I will buy that. Yeah, we've got, oh my goodness me. Right, I made a promise to everyone that at 50,000 subscribers we'd stream the Collimata Concorde, which we will do. We've got basically we increased by the amount of subscribers by 2,000 in the last week due to the flight sim videos, so that's absolutely crazy. So we've got Collimata Concorde stream coming up, we've got Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 content streams coming up, we've got Airbus A300 to fly. I could have done with all of this happening 2 months ago, not now. It's very exciting, isn't it? There's so much going on for the flight sim community. It's very, very exciting. Freckles, you nearly accidentally did a PA over Unicom, been flying offline a bit, and I want to push to talk to a PA. Very impressive. I've done a PA to ATC before in real life too. I'll put my hands up to that. One big flappy boy. How long is this flight? Sorry. An hour 45 total. We've been airborne for 13 minutes. So around an hour and 30 we'll be touching down into Fuerteventura. Do a little flight pass for you, just to make sure the volume's down. So far so good, nothing's crashed, or the sim's all running smoothly. Yeah, I've heard good things on Discord. You guys have been talking about the A300. Seems like it's a really good payload aircraft. Kieran, you're going to love the A300, although it has those awful radio frequency transfer switches. Ugh, that means you can be active on the right-hand side, like on the FlyJ Sim, on the 737 200. Great. Not looking forward to that. Thanks for subscribing, Chris, GDS, and Talha Kitsy. Commander Jenna Hofen, what was your response to your PA? A sarcastic one. Comment. I can't remember exactly what he said. Bravo, and another pilot on frequency said bravo. Unbelievable. TK316 in before 50k subs. Make it happen today, Captain. Yeah, that's going to be a push. Typically I get around 50 to 100 subs a stream, and I'm so busy. I'm flying the next 4 days, so I won't have a chance to. We might pass 50k without me streaming, which would be a great shame. And I don't think we'll be going straight into Concord, because I think obviously with FlyX Sim 2020 coming out, I'd like to prioritise some streams with that first. But we will do it, guys. I have already purchased it.
50. 40,
Thank you very much, Mark Jackson,
30,
for £2. Why
20,
do I get stab out of trim a lot after landing? That's a very good question, Mark. So typically on approach, when you select landing flap and configure, it has quite an aft trim set. So you very normal to find your trim up around 9 to 10 units. That's very normal in the 7.3. If you're doing an auto land flat 40, there's an additional nose up trim given by the automation to assist in the event of a go-around. So it can be as much as 11, 12 units. That's completely normal. But yeah, great question. Thank you very much for the donation, buddy. Guys, just in comparison to my previous streams, how good is the quality? Have you had any stutterings? Because I have a little playback window here, and it looks like it's much better. And I hope that you can see it. It's in 60 FPS as well. But YouTube's not happy. I just set my upload speed to 20 megs per second, but YouTube's saying it's too high. The upload I have here is 60 meg per second, so I'm not even using half of the upload speed. You need to fly the Flight Factor A350 as well. Highly recommended that, since it's been updated with SIDS and stars and improvements. Yes, I've seen that too. There's so much need to do. TK360, enjoy your real office. I've been very lucky, obviously, in these current times. A lot of good friends of mine and other operators have lost their jobs, and they're distraught. And I've been very fortunate to be able to keep my job, and obviously keeping the streams my last 8 months as well has been keeping me busy, keeping me fresh with the SOPs and stuff. So it's been great to have all that stuff. But yeah, very lucky to say that I still have a job in these times. And the loads are low. You know, typically this time of year the aircraft will be full on most our sectors, but I'd say on average the flights have been half full, less than half full. I did a Tenerife last week, or the week before, sorry, and we had 19 passengers there. 19 there and about 50 on the way back. And that's ever since the UK government introduced the 14-day mandatory quarantine for everyone coming in from Spain. Now it's Belgium as well, and another country too. Bank angle, fantastic. It's like 329 times better, much better. You enjoying the quality, no stuttering or pixelation, fantastic. Yeah, it should be. My upload before, guys, in the old house was at 4 meg per second. I had to limit it to that because my upload was just 7 or 8, and I've gone from 4 meg to 60.
50.
And the download is around
30.
Well, it's around
20,
250 to 300. It's fantastic. Very lucky to have that. Thank you very much again, Mark Jackson, for the £2 donation. Do you ever use VNav all the way to runway in real life? Yeah, occasionally, Mark, but not that often. I'd only be using VNav sort of flying a non-precision approach because we want to be as close to that profile as possible. But a top tip I've got for you, Mark, it's something I always told guys in the sim when I was training, and I tell new first officers now as well. Use the MCP as a toolbox. So in the climb, be very unusual to use any other mode than VNAV, or the only other time would be, say, vertical speed if you want to reduce your rate of climb. We never use level changing climb, but in descent, you use all these modes. Now, I can break it down very, very basically into 3 different times you use these different modes, but these are just very basic. There's other ways of doing things. As we're saying, there's just many different ways to skin a cat. VNAV is the preferred mode in descent because it'll build up descent path for you based off on you getting to a fixed height at a point, and it'll base that off idle thrust. Level change is great if you want to go down quickly because it'll basically pitch for your speed with idle thrust, and you can add thrust if you wish. That's the best way to go down quickly. And then vertical speed, very simply, you punch in whatever vertical speed you want, the aircraft will do that, and then the autothrottle will try to maintain the target speed. Now, I do have a tutorial which I would recommend watching. It's one of my oldest tutorials, which I'll go fetch for you now. And it covers how to recover from a high energy approach situation, and it kind of covers the basics. It was filmed at the PMDG. Oh my goodness, 3 years ago I uploaded this. Guys, do me a big favour on this video as well. Smash up the thumbs up because it's got 992 likes. I'd like to see my descent management video get 1,000 likes. Commented on it as well, so you can say I came here from your live stream, which would be cool. But I'm just posting the link for you guys now. There you go. Don't skin a cat. Yeah. Oh yes. If you're not English, you might not fully understand that one. Bit harsh, someone said. Oh, it's Marietta. Right, match your runway heading. A little bit of a headwind here. Now over the Atlantic Ocean here. Get rid of the Faro charts as well. I need to make a little screenshot for the thumbnail. I just didn't have time to make a thumbnail for this video today. Thank you very much, Oliver. Oliver Marlowe Lit for the £5 donation towards Mariana's Crusette Fund. Other cookware brands available, but the Crusette is great. Thank you so much, Oliver Marlowe Lit, for your very generous donation. That's very kind. My goodness, Marianne has actually moved into the room here with her face that she pulls as if to say, thank you very much. Would you like to say thank you? Marianne's got a smug face. Basically, Marianne has insisted that we get Le Creuset cookware. I don't mind the basic frying pan from Asda, if I'm perfectly honest.
You don't mind everything I cook for you. I should get to decide.
We've had these. I've had some Asda frying pans for the last 10 years. They don't work on the new hob.
We've got story time.
What story time?
Would you like to tell them the first meal we cooked together? What did you chop?
Oh no, we're not talking about that. Not doing story time today. Awesome stuff. David Van Dyke, what's your actual speed now? So I indicated airspeed, obviously taking the air density account, it's 247 knots. Mach decimal 76. Your airspeed's 419 knots. Thanks a lot, the Burko Flyer.
Hi Captain, how many times have you looked for your landing rate calculation after touch? Down.
Ah, touchdown. Thank you very much, Burko Fly, for the £5 donation. So yeah, we can't obviously see in the flight deck what our typical, what our feet per minute rate of descent is. Typically, ideally, I'd say on the line I routinely do minus 200 to 300. If it's wet, I'd want a firmer one around minus 400 to 500. I can tell you now, in my tenure, certainly when I started, I've definitely touched down at around minus 800 to 1,000 for sure. Typically, sometimes if you've got really tough conditions, strong crosswind conditions, you just want to get it down right on the numbers. So yeah, I'd say typically minus 200 to 300 a good day. Certainly less I've done as well, but that is not certainly the way we want to land. In reality, we'll just quote what Boeing says exactly in the manual. The criteria for a safe landing is not a smooth one, or as I like to say, or we say, butter. Anthony Teal's son is apparently here, and using Anthony's account. So Andy Teal, if you're here, hope you're doing very well, and it's very good of your father for to take over your account. Oh, it's his account. Oh, I understand. Hope you're doing well, Andy. I understand that you would like to perhaps want to learn to fly too, which is pretty cool. Yes, so then, guys, there is a little something I want to show you. Guys, would you like to see the Alpaca Airways TV advert coming to a screen near you? I can give you the first preview of this during a stream. I was actually hoping to do this as an individual upload, but I just haven't had time. If I turn down the music here in the sim, there we go, and I'll also turn down the music here. I need to get it on. I need to add it on Streamlabs first. How do I add a video on Streamlabs? Now, this would have been useful prior to the start of the stream. Add a new source, media source, browse. Oh, wait, I don't want to show it just yet. Did you hear the audio? Was there audio there when that popped up? I need to advance audio settings here. Media source.
50, 40,
Monitor
30,
only.
20,
There we go.
10.
Thank you very much to, who we got here? Freckles. Thanks to £2 donation. The landing rate on the tutorial, unbelievable. Which tutorial are you referring to? Oh my goodness me. Thank you very much, buddy. Right, guys, are you ready to see the Alpaca Airways advert? Massive thanks to the audio from Lizzie Windsor. I'm just going to turn down the volume here and explain so you can enjoy it. Guys, are you ready? This is an exclusive Alpaca Airways advert. Here we go.
Introducing Alpaca Airways' new line of package holidays to all of your favorite earthly destinations. Here at Alpaca Airways, we try our best to make sure you start your holiday without stress and a smile that'll last until you return safely home from another memorable sunny break. Our crew are the friendliest in the sky. In fact, let us introduce them to you. Starting with our lovely cabin crew, Mariana will see to all of your in-flight service needs from gate to gate across the skies of Europe and beyond, with her trusty junior cabin assistant Jack at her beck and call, who will fetch you anything you need to make your journey a pleasant one. Our flight deck crew are also second to none, almost too literally. First Officer Jim keeps a watchful eye over the instruments and can be seen providing in-flight entertainment with his pathetic attempts at courtship. You'll have to do better than that, Jim. Chief Captain Flight Deck 2 Sim will safely see you to your destination, fearlessly controlling the aircraft, be it through smooth skies or a tickle of turbulence. Trust us when we tell you he's no chicken. Our in-flight meal service is industry-leading with our new buy-on-board menu featuring buttered bread, bread and butter pudding, butterscotch candy, and of course, I can't believe it's not butter, for those days where the captain just needs to get on the deck. At Alpaca Airways, we offer exclusive members-only Alpaca coach seating at the front of the aircraft, allowing you access to the flight deck before takeoff and after landing to discuss anything from flap angles to marriage advice with our friendly cockpit crew. We've received accolades from literally several customers and regularly provide charter flights to high flyers such as Her Majesty Lizzie Windsor, who has described her experience on Alpaca Airways as proper banging and the absolute dog's I can't read that out on broadcast radio. We can guarantee you won't find a better deal. In fact, our flights are on average 15% cheaper than our rivals, Llama International Airlines. So don't delay, call today on 0800 737 737 015 to book your Alpaca holiday now. And remember, if it's not butter, go around until the engines splutter.
Well, there you go, guys. What do you think? Yes, I saw a face reveal. Did you see my lovely beard and goatee? I did have a beard when I was on furlough, to be fair. But yeah, that's just a little bit of fun. Massive thanks, obviously, to Lizzie Windsor, who provided the audio for that, and the company Squidio, who made the animation there. They do a little bit of work for like TV adverts and stuff like that. I've got in contact with them and they made that for us as well. So yeah, that will be the new intro for most of our streams for a while, and just a bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed it.
They're trying to ring the number now.
They're trying to ring the number. Perfect. So how long we got left on this flight, guys? Got 345 miles till top descent. 1834 Zulu, 50 minutes. We are live time. Around with 2.5 tons in Fuerteventura. That doesn't look like a huge amount, but remember, we do only take plug fuel here. If it's not butter, go around until the engines splutter. Yes, our motto. Actually, we took it from Lama International. Actually, have a little look on VATSIM here. Got traffic ahead of us, which is good. What's the story time? What, the one where I hacked my finger off? No, I don't want to talk that one. Nice little line of aircraft I see going on the VATSIM map between Faro and Fuerteventura. Oh wow, we got full ATC as well. Fuerteventura approach and tower online. And again, I must say a massive thanks again to FlyX for providing scenery. It's only $20 in the Explain store if you want to grab it. Ethan's Aviation, that was epic. Take that, Lama International Airlines, you've got it. Anthony Siders, I've just discovered this channel a week ago and literally fell in love with it. Hats off for you, Flying Data Sim, for spending your time and sharing your knowledge with us. You're most welcome, Anthony. It's my pleasure. Really enjoy doing this too. Not entered, is there ATC at your destination? I preempted that. Yes, there is. No. No. My goodness me. Marriage advice. We do everything in this stream. You got a question? We'll answer
50,
it.
40,
I'll get the
30,
charts up shortly.
20, 10.
Oh my god, who's this?
Welcome back to the real flight deck. How often did you try to use VCP or alpaca in the real metal?
Thank you very much for First Officer Jim in Op Kator. Thank you very much, Kator, for the £5 donation. Very kind. Welcome back to the real flight deck. How often did you say alpaca in the real metal? I haven't said it, guys. I've been so close. Now it's no problem. I kind of, transitioned into my operator's call sign. But the first day, we got our landing clearance. I was PM, and it so nearly rolled off the end of my tongue. I literally went, "Ow, a pan." But I managed to do it, and my training captain, well, actually no, personally, he knows I make content and stuff, so he didn't really notice. To be fair, I definitely noticed. But, it was very funny. And then obviously I've done about 35-40 hours now since my started again 2.5 weeks ago, and I've fully transitioned into my operator's call sign. So close one, but managed to so far not do it. What is this? There's some very interesting songs on this playlist. I have this copyright-free playlist now, and a couple of videos ago, one of the songs was noted as not being copyright-free. I had like a ping on one of my videos saying this video you need permission. I was like, oh, I've never had it. I thought I was in deep trouble. But the great thing is with the editor, you can just remove it, just automatically have that bit removed. The problem is once the video is edited, even if it hasn't been trimmed, you lose the chat replay on the video. So it's a bit of a shame on some of those videos where some of these songs were perhaps not, I wasn't able to stream. I've double checked it. I try and always remove ones with lyrics, but there was one that snuck in there. Thanks for subscribing, Matteo Howe. Very good of you. Welcome on board. Sim737 Pi, what is the audio control knob plug-in for adjusting volumes? This B2 volume control, that's called, really useful for me while streaming. So I can just adjust volumes if on the dot. It basically saves you having to go into the settings of X-Plane. Exterior have turned out quite low, so we're doing the kind of panoramic outside shots. It's not super loud. Master obviously controls all of it, but really useful for me. Someone recommended it to me over a year ago now. Massive thanks as well to Jamlin, who's made several Alpaca Airways liveries well, I say the members, but you guys, if you want to represent Alpaca Airways on VATSIM, feel free to grab this. Use the command !liveries.
10.
It's very loud. Thank you very much, Creature002.
Hello, Captain. Long time no speak. Hope all is well with the house move.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Creature002. That's very, very kind. Yes, it's been a while since we streamed, but the house move went as smoothly as it ever could do. It's obviously always very stressful for it to do, and it all came at once. So it was literally my first week back after 8 months. I went back flying, so I was obviously spending a few days in the manuals before. Went back flying, then we moved house, and then back flying again. It's just been, the last 3 weeks has been non-stop. And then I got the closed beta access to the sim. I was like, I've got to get a couple of videos out, which I managed to just squeeze out. I had it very lucky on one of the days I was on standby, so that's when I made the flight sim video. But yeah, very, very well at Creature002. Very much getting settled now. Loving the new space I have now to stream. It's great. Really, really pleased with the office. I have an office. I've never had an office in my life. It's super cool. Freckles Aviation, you're getting lightning ahead. I've not actually looked at any SIG weather charts for the sector. I don't think we're expecting any weather. No, there's no SIG weather at all. Look at this, over all of Spain, isolated embedded CBs. That's no fun. You'll be, guys, I can tell you now, tomorrow I'll be taking I'm going to the Canary Islands. I won't say which one it is until I get there. I might take a few pictures on the ground. I always I take the pictures on my work iPad, and then after duty I send them to my phone. But yeah, hopefully I'm going here. Should be clear. It's very, very unusual to get bad weather over the Atlantic here, but over Madrid this time of year, a lot of heat, get a lot of CB activity. But the UK, especially, the forecast over the next few days is, there's no other way of putting it, is appalling. So I'll be taking minimum sort of, when you get widespread disruption. So let's say your destination and all your alternates, your planned alternates, if they're forecasting thunderstorms, widespread, I'm absolute minimum 30 minutes in those sort of situations, if not more. If it's widespread disruption, I'm usually sticking an hour extra fuel on top. The Burko Fly, do you simply drag and drop the Alpaca livery into your CSL file? So there's two things I'll refer to here. If you want this livery for yourself, just turn the volume down here. You need to drop that into your ZIBO liveries folder. If you want the CSL, so you can see whenever someone uses VCP, I'll get the command for you here. So this is for, well, I use Xpilot. You pop this in the Xpilot. I'll tell you what file it is, guys. Hold on. No, it's not a VCP, is it? Well, what's the command, guys, for CSL? Sorry, I can't even remember my own channel. You pop this in Xpilot 11, resources, plugins, Xpilot, resources, CSL, and then where it says BB Airbus, BB Boeing, I just have another folder called Alpaca, and I have all the Alpaca CSLs in there. Performance we're getting here over the sea. 47 FPS, looking good. AvGeek07 says, hey, hello there. Ifran, I've made any ideas for the 50k celebration stream when it happens? So the plan was at 50k we'd go to Concord. I think it's going to coincide with the release of Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, and I think it would be rather apt if we actually stream that. And the plan is for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 is I'm going to do a bit of a kind of a mammoth stream. Now I have no word whether I can stream prior to release. At the moment, no. I mean, it's only a week away anyway. But on the day of the 18th, I'm actually I have my Class 1 medical renewal in the afternoon, so I'm going to be doing that. And then Monday evening, I'm going to probably do kind of like a stream till midnight, and we're just going to play with the sim. We're going to try some of the challenges, the landing challenges, which are currently broken in the beta. We're going to do some general aviation flights. I might have a hand at using the 7.4 or something. We're going to go and have a look at some things. I know we're at 49,800, and guys, if there's anyone here that subscribed in the last week or so, thank you very much, and welcome to the channel. And I always have to say again, thanks again to all the members who incredibly have stayed put with me, because not being able to stream frequently, you know, I'm not able to give them a sort of ongoing content. And I every month for the members we do a group flight, a monthly group flight, which we're well overdue now, and that's something else I want to plan as soon as possible to for you guys. Oliver Harrison, what field of view should I use for the ZIBO? I use 105 for my field of view. I don't have my preferences for you guys, do I? To share. I do for the members on my members Discord, but maybe I'll need to add that as a command so you guys can use it, and I just have the number pad. Welcome aboard, Danny Crumpet. Love that. Adam, you say 20 knot crosswind. Where's that? In Fuerteventura. It's guys, Canary Islands is always windy this time of year. Tenerife's a nightmare for strong headwinds. You always get wind shear there. Right now, Fuerteventura, it's 050 at 20. So, yeah, a little bit of a crosswind, but it's around a 13, 14 knot crosswind for 01 there. But yeah, I'll have a little bit of crosswind. Little Nick, you are from Fuerteventura. Fantastic. Buenas tardes to you. How are we doing for progress, guys? We've got 263 miles to go. You know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of this now during the stream, because it's quite actually, no, my routing won't be as quite as far west. I'm going to take a screenshot now, right now, you guys watching, and I'll try and take a screenshot in the same position tomorrow for you, and then we can do a side-by-side photo. So you can see me flying here now, and literally in less than 12 hours, I'll be, no, a little over 12 hours from now, I'll be taking off on my way to the Canary Islands. So I'm going to take a print screen here. There we go. Save that to. I don't know if I have the same routing. We're usually a little bit further west than this, not quite as close to Africa. Save this to the stream folder. I'll save that as compare. That'd be cool. Little Nick, the approach to Fuerteventura is amazing. I was only in Fuerteventura less than 2 weeks ago, Little Nick, for real. We're always 01, always there. Adam, are we going to do the DME arc? Yeah, I can do. There's two ways. The most common way for getting into Fuerteventura is they clear you on the Turto 6 Sierra, then most of the time when it's pretty quiet, they just tell you to route from direct to Tender to, is it Demov? Or Demex, sorry. You always get here Tender direct to Demex when it's quiet. Ethan's Aviation, you prefer Lanzarote? I like Lanzarote so long as it is runway 03. Runway 21, pretty challenging to get on there.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Thank you very much, Steve Mayer, for the £10 donation. One of my long-term members. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you. You're doing well. Good evening, boss. Hope you are well. This should get you a coffee or two. Thank you very much, Steve Mayer. That's very, very kind. Indeed. Yeah, I'll be needing one tomorrow. Well, I don't drink coffee, but I'll have a tea. And I'll be thinking of you, Steve, while sipping in the cruise. I'll get one from the bar. Thank you. Scarlet Hornet, where can I get the alpaca livery, please? It looks like Finley's got you covered. Thank you very much, Finley. Where's my sellotape reel? Guys, I'm going to put my sellotape reel on the Arrow so I can go hands-free. Oh yes, that is sophistication. Thanks for subscribing, Aki Salonen and Alexander Justin. Welcome on board. Lanzarote's always more windy, yes. As discussed, it's always windy in the Canaries. Always windy, always hazy, always a temperature inversion. So I have to admit, X-Plane 11 is still a fantastic sim. Obviously, Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 is looking like it'll have, well, it has all the eye candy. I think from a kind of a scenery, how it looks, it's absolutely phenomenal. Flight model-wise, commonly asked question. I don't know how it's working. Obviously, X-Plane uses blade element theory, and I know ZIBO's had to heavily modify the mod to ensure that it works in X-Plane 11 like a 737. There are some limitations. What Microsoft Flight Sim's using, I'm not sure. Certainly find a light aircraft around. It's been a long time since I've flown general aviation, but they all seem to react well. Approaching the stall behaviour is a little different, but it's good. But certainly, like when you're making the inputs on the flight controls, it's as you expect. Different speeds. Even the prop wash seems to affect the elevator's ability authority there. So yeah, I think for general aviation guys, which is what I'll predominantly use it for, it is game changing. It really is. I haven't had. The problem is I've not flown the Jumbo or the Airbus, and they are very basically modelled, and certainly the systems are. So I can't really fly that and tell you is it dynamically good, because I don't know how it'd react. The 7.3 I do, you know, having spent so much time in the sim and flying it, you know, I'll be able to tell you if it's working well. Certainly the ZIBO mod utilises X-Plane 11's flight model. I know PMDG obviously making their 7.3, and hopefully they'll build something that utilises the new sim, Microsoft Flight Sim's model as well, to make it very accurate. But PMDG, as you well know, they make very, very good payload aircraft, and a part of me, you know, misses using it. But for me to have gotten prepared and invested in all that stuff, I don't think it was great. I was so blown away by X-Plane 2 years ago, I completely switched to it. But yeah, very exciting. Unlikely, Lorenzo, that ZIBO will make a 737 for Microsoft Flight Sim, because, you know, he's based it off the default one. It's a shame there isn't a default one. Maybe he'll do the default 7.4. I don't know. I've not spoken to him personally. He does have the Alpha, I know that. Perfect. So yeah, this is the older version of the mod. I was hoping to stream in 343 full. As soon as I fired it up, though, I was having problems. None of the click points were working, or anything like that. So I did just revert. Thankfully, I had deleted it to the one I used last stream, which was over 2.5 weeks ago. But I think it was working fine. Ethan's Aviation, will you fly the A300? The Innie builds one, absolutely. It'd be easy for me to just purchase it now and fly it tonight, but I really do like to take a bit of time to sort of study them a little bit. Obviously in the ZIBO mod I can just jump in and fly every day. Would you recommend someone holding out for Flight Sim 2020 to buy X-Plane for ZIBO? I'd always recommend anyone to get X-Plane 11 because it is a good core simulator. Obviously Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, if you want to be flying general aviation off the bat, it'll be great, but I think it might be a bit of time. I don't know. I can only speculate, but I think it might be a little bit of time, months maybe, before you'll be actually flying heavy metal jets. So if you're wanting to do all the systems of a 7.3 or a 7.4 and load the FMC and move the switches, you're going to have to perhaps wait for a decent payware quality jet. It's very hard to model these aircraft or someone to build them. And obviously there are several scenery developers in the process of either converting or making from fresh new aircraft for the new sim, and yeah, I cannot wait to get my hands on and try it. We'll see. ZIBO A320. But the ZIBO mod as it is now is you know, 3 years of tweaking, updating, testing to get it to this stage here. You all know, if you look at my early ZIBO mod streams and compare it to to what you had back then to what you have now, I mean, it is a heck of a leap that's been taken. It's phenomenal, really. I've had friends from work who, during the furlough, they've kind of got into simming a little bit, and they've spoke to me about it, and they said, you know, what do you recommend? So they know about the channel, and I said, yeah, get Expert Level, get the ZIBO, and they've been really impressed by it, like from the bat, you know, wow, this is so good, you know, can't believe you can do all this. Yeah, of course. Explain what they bring. Explain 12, maybe. I had no idea. Who knows? I reckon they'll have some. They've got to have some sort of mapping. Maybe they can ask Google or something like that. Not sure. Riaz, please do a flight from Dubai to Calicut where Air India crashed. Well, I don't like to sort of replicate those sort of flights. Yourself. We went to Faro quite recently from New Delhi.
50,
My
40,
goodness, guys, 2
30,
incredibly
20,
generous donations coming in
10.
here. Firstly, to David VD for the $10 donation. It's very kind. Glad to hear you're back in the real thing. Still waiting around to get back into the Q400 Canada for myself, unfortunately. Safe flights. Thank you very much, David VD. I hope you get flying back as soon as possible. I mean, I can't say I have been there because I didn't know 3 months ago where I'd be personally, or where anyone would be personally. I've been very fortunate though that where I am, that there's been no redundancies made as of yet. So who knows what happens in the winter? But I hope, fingers crossed for you, fingers and toes crossed for you, that you get back flying as soon as possible. And thank you very much for your kind generous donation there. Thank you very much for Kator again. Although it was Kator First Officer Jim last time, but I'm guessing that's you. That's very kind of you again for the $27.73. I forgot to add a welcome to the new habitation. How did Jack react to the new cave? Well, thank you very much, Kator. Now, for those of you who don't know, Jack is our 5.5-year-old Labrador. He's settled in very, very well, Kator. Now, we're very lucky. At the front of our house, there's a large patch of kind of public grass. So we've been taking him out here to do his business, just pick up the doo-doo straight away, which is great, so we don't have to use the garden. And he goes straight to the front door now, which he needs to. Would you guys like to, well, I say see Jack, or hear Jack. I'll call him in, you can hear him at least rumble. Right, I've called him. Can you hear him jingling away? Here he comes. You gonna say hello? Oh, just a kiss in the face. Here's Jack, for those who don't know, our Labrador. Our golden Labrador here. Oh, he was asleep, was he? Sorry, but oh yeah, his eyes are all sleepy. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, sorry, buddy. So there you go, Kator. He's here, just for you. Freckles, what weather radar app do you use on your mobile? The weather radar, the one I'd recommend for I actually checked quite good before work, is Windy. There's an app called Windy because that kind of shows you where all the CB activity is and where lightning strikes are. The one I use as well, primarily for weather checking, is Aero Weather. That's really good because you can group all the airports as you wish and load them all there. Chat's just full of Jack emojis. It's all I can see. Amazing. Nestled amongst the Jack emojis, I can see Ivan says, "Good evening, Captain. How are you?" Very well. And I hope you're doing very well too, Ivan. Kato says, "Sorry, Jack. No problem." So we're right in a bit of a sandwich here. We will have ATC later on, which is great.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
That's very, very kind of you, Nubik. CZD for the £15 donation.
I'm very sorry to see your streaming career didn't kick off as you wished and you had to return to your boring job. Just kidding, I wish you and Mariana all the best. Enjoy your lovely new house.
That's very, very kind, Nubik, for your £15 donation. Thanks a lot, buddy. That's very kind. I'm very sorry to see your streaming career didn't kick off as you wished you had to return to your boring job. Just kidding, I wish you and Mariana all the best. Enjoy your lovely new house. That's very, very kind, guys. It's genuinely, going back to work has been a thrill, but I'm not joking or lying when I say this. I do miss planning my little streams. I really do. And in the winter, when things get a little quieter, as they will, they do normally, but I fear that in the winter there could be I don't think there's going to be many people wanting to fly. So I think there'll be a lot of, let's say, unpaid leave or part-time, which I will certainly be looking at options for that. And I do look forward to streaming more frequently come the winter. And guys, I'll be investing in everything that you've done for me. I'll be buying all the payware aircraft you want me to fly. If you want me to do it, I'll get it for you guys. That's the absolute least I can do. So yeah, that's very kind. Thank you very much, Nubik, and settling in very well. And looking forward to going back flying tomorrow. Awesome stuff. So we've got a whole Canaries Centre online, Fuerteventura approach and tower. That's great. I love it. I love our little stream of traffic on the VATSIM map. Superb. Gamerstorm, good afternoon, Captain. Do you think there will be a significant difference with the Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 when released on Xbox? Yeah, possibly. I'm sort of seeing where Microsoft's coming from, and obviously us hardcore simmers all here, we won't be using the Xbox version. But I think for a bit of fun, a bit of multiplayer, I'd quite like to do that, like an extra or something. How it will differ, I don't know. Asking the wrong sort of person there. I have not been watching the progress of its release on Xbox. I mean, is that getting released on the Xbox on the 18th as well? I have no clue. But we'll only be using the PC version, of course. Right, guys, so how long have we got until top of December? We've got 167 miles. What I'm going to do is just take a quick toilet break, and as soon as I come back, we'll start setting up for the approach into Fuerteventura. If you are new to the channel, I like to go through the sort of process that we follow loosely at my operator, so I'll load the FMC as we would, I'll brief you as we would, and that way you can practice this approach at home as you well please. So guys, just give me a few minutes, I'll be straight back. Thank you very much. Oh, just before I go, Mark Jackson, thank you very much again for the £2 donation. Do you like Airbus cockpits and side sticks? Thank you very much, Mark. Well, I'm very fortunate that Thrustmaster sent me their Airbus peripheral joystick. I do really like using that, much more than my old Logitech Extreme 3D Pro.
40,
Regarding Airbus
30,
cockpits, I think
20,
they are it's a far nicer workplace than the 737 cockpit. The 737 cockpit is very small, very cramped. If you stand up, you hit your head on the overhead panel, whereas the Airbus one is far wider, quieter, and it has a tray table, which is the biggest bonus. But definitely, from a work office point, I think I prefer the Airbus, but from a proper true aeroplane point of view, it's got to be the 737. See you shortly, guys. Thanks a lot for that, guys. Much better. You lot in chat, so sneaky. Hey Mariana, turn the packs off. Hey Mariana, change the heading. Hey Mariana, turn the engine off. Unbelievable. 138 miles till top of drop, guys. I think now's a good time to start setting up for the approach. So hand over control to Jim in this case. It's very important when you hand over control. Again, you don't need to worry about this in a single pilot environment on a desktop simulator, but you always confirm what automatic mode you have on. Is the autopilot engaged, the auto throttle, and the FMAs, so he knows exactly what phase of flight you're in. Guys, 445 people watching, 363 likes. If you're enjoying watching the content, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. See if we can get up to 400. That'll be superb. Right, where are we going? Fuerteventura, GCFV. Error, login required. Uh-oh. 2 seconds, guys. It was working earlier. That's unusual. Sometimes that happens after a while, but not. I don't want. Oh. Welcome on board. Ivers M has just joined as a member. That was very quick. It even came up on there before chat. It's your life. I really need to change that. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Glad you enjoyed the content. You'll get invited to our members only Discord. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat as well. Thank you very much. That made me jump. Right, yes, I was trying to log in here to... Oh, now my... Oh, that's why I remember now. To close that. Where is it? I can't remember how to get to Navigraph. It's been so long. How do I get to the Navigraph synchronization? Perfect timing. Oh my god, am I being stupid? I'm looking out for chat. There's a way of getting into it and stuff. Oh, can't log in. It might be the website's down. Oh, great. Yeah, I can't log into their charts. Okay. Plug-in menu. Isn't it under here? Navigraph or something? It's under Avitab. Toggle tablet. I swear there was like a Navigraph. Ah, here it is. It's linked. Well, I have the charts in front of me. The problem is, you can't see them. See if I can open their... Just trying to sign into the charts overlay. Sign in should be progress in your default browser. Yeah, I can't even sign into Navigraph Charts app. Toggle tablet. Yeah, it's the whole thing's down. Then link, the click switch and log back in. Okay. Right, that's my browser. Yeah, this page isn't working. Identity API Navigraph is currently unable to handle this request.
50,
HTTP
40,
error 503.
30,
So anyone
20,
there's
10.
aware of what that stuff means? Oh my goodness.
Always a joy watching your streams, Captain.
Q8 Pilot's just come in here with a £50 bomb. That's incredibly generous, sir. Thank you so much. Guys, for those of you who don't know who Q8 Pilot is, he is the creator of some fantastic Explain 11 content. I hope you're going to be getting the new Microsoft Flight Sim as well, QA Pilot. I'll be still using Explain 11, of course, but I have used several of his videos when it comes to setting up certain things, be it the graphics card, be it certain scenery I wanted to take a look at as well. That's very, very generous. Again, you've come in with a very generous donation there, so thank you so much, buddy. I hope you're doing very well where you are in Kuwait there, so thank you very much, buddy. And I hope your streaming is going well as well, because I know you've been doing the odd few streams on YouTube here and stuff, so I'll try and pop in one time, but that'd be great. Fantastic. 503 means service currently under too much load or just down. Okay, well, I've got no other way of getting charts for you guys, unfortunately. If I can't even access them there, I can't show you my operator's charts, unfortunately, and I've got no way of kind of getting them there. We'll show you, you'll find out a different way. Most welcome, Katia. Thanks, buddy. That's insane, really. Yeah, but the charts app, like the Navigraph charts PC application, which you can open with all the background maps, it just says error. Then I link it, it says page isn't working. Captain Jack, in this case, how do you know where you're going? Well, in the unlikely scenario, this could actually happen in real life, that both iPads fail. Ideally, you've got all the information in the FMC, certainly if it's an ILS, you can find the frequency, find the courses. Minimums, you could probably get information from ATC. Go from there. QA Pilot did a great A300 video. I'll definitely check that out, because I need to get the A300 and stream that. That'll be great fun. We'll do what we can. I'll try and get Navigraph up again soon. I've never had it... I've had it occasionally not work, but is there anyone here that's able to access their charts, or is it just me? I think I did see someone say they can access theirs. Down their jet view charts and put them in the Avitab charts for them. Oh, if I've got time. Ideally wanted to find... It was working. The thing is, though, guys, as you saw at the start of the stream, it was working fine. I had all the Portuguese, all the Faro charts, so it makes me think that something's happened their end, because it was working completely fine at the start. So put the forecast winds in. This helps VNav build a slightly more accurate path for us. Or 100 is fine. Fixed rings, runway 03. Ooh. Interesting. It's not runway 03, it's runway 01. It's because I was had Lanzarote in my head, because we're talking about Lanzarote. Slash, where we're 37,000 feet, so 12/111, so 3 times 37, roughly we're going to start our descent, 10 miles. The last point we want to select flap 1, at VMC today we'll select the 4-mile ring. Navigraph is down, I can't assign it to Navigraph charts. Okay, alright guys, so what I'm going to do is sort of... there's no way of getting these for you. I can't even access my Navigraph charts, unfortunately. I can't even log on to their website. Let's try here. Yeah, I can't even sign in on their website. It goes to their homepage, navigraph.com/home, but then when I press sign in, it's just not doing anything. I think it's definitely broken. If you Google the ICAO code, yeah, let's see if I can find any chart. How long have we got till top descent? We've got 80 miles, so 35. Still got 10 minutes. I'm just going to try and see. I might be able to get some charts available.
50, 40, 30.
Thank you very much, Kieran Harvey, for the pound.
Yeah.
What about the charts of SimToolkit Pro as a backup? Could the chart we need there? I do have SimToolkit Pro, as you can see at the top there, but I had no idea you could view charts through that. Let me just see if I can find any online, and I can just drop it into the Avitab folder. Do you see a few charts? there's some very old ones here. This one had 2 runways, they're so old. What's this one here? 2002. Very old. Right guys, well, we'll definitely, I think we're just going to have to kind of, I'll step through the FMC. It'll be a little bit more difficult. That's a great shame because I always love to brief the approach suite. I have the charts right in front of me from my operator. So ILS Zulu 01. Now, if you don't have the charts, and in the very exceptional circumstance that both electronic flight bags are not working, you can basically build as much as you can from the FMC. So it is coded all correctly here. So we've got the ILS frequency 1095. We do have procedures in case this happens. It's a pain in the neck though. We do have the ability to charge our iPads here. There's an ashtray, believe it or not. The ashtray's been removed and they've got a couple of USB ports now to charge your iPad. .06 and 006. Try one more time. Yeah, it's still not working, guys. No, that's a shame. Right, anyway, we've got the frequencies, the courses, the minimums for this approach. Category C aircraft is 292, which is 255 feet above the ground, so 292. And we'll preset the QNH as well. It's very windy here in Fuerteventura, very typical for the Canary Islands. Always northeasterly
30,
winds
20,
always. Thank you very much, Kieran. Someone mentioned Charts Fox. You log in with VATSIM and it has Fuerteventura. Alright, I'll have a quick look, Kieran. Thanks for that. So yeah, I'm just going to get QNH in here. 1015. Thanks a lot, Kieran, as well. If you continued generously, very kind. 050 at 19, few clouds at 2005, 25 degrees, QNH is 1015. So frequencies, courses, minimums are in. Put Fuerteventura on standby, which is 14.1. Actually, you know what, we'll put that active because I think we could probably fly the DME arc here, which is based off the VOR. Frequencies, courses, minimums we've done, fixed rings as well. Right, let's see if I can grab these charts so we can actually brief you here. Expecting the Turto 6 Sierra, that's the arrival I'm expecting, Tom. Just bear with me, guys, because I'm looking at Google Chrome, so what was that? Go to Charts Fox. Free flight simulation charts. So you can log in with your VATSIM account, okay. Sign in. Navigraph Facebook page. We're currently working on solving a server issue. Please rest assured we're working as quickly as possible. Okay, cool. Right, actually, this chart foxing could work. GCFV load. Yes, I'm not going to use it in the real aircraft. Oh, okay. Well, if I just get the arrival. Oh wow, ILS Zulu 01. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're the old school charts. Well, these will work at least. Alright, well, let's save this to OFP. So I'm going to put GCFV 01. Thanks for that, Kieran. That's a good spot there. So save that. Let's see what else they have here. They've also got star. Let's tie in Turto. No, it's not finding the stars. Then you've got star 1, star 3. What in the world? Star runway 01. Alright, well, we're not going to worry about the stars, but let's see if we can get taxi charts. So we've got a huge display threshold, which I wanted to highlight. Yeah, that'll do. We'll grab this chart here. Well, that's better than nothing, guys. AD, save. So, oh, I've got Canarius asking them to contact them as well on 129.1. Thanks for your patience there, everyone. Just checking. Canaris, Buenos Tardes, Alpaca 32 Alpha, maintaining flight level 370 inbound to POCAB. Hello?
Alpaca 32 Alpha, the Canarias, you're identified, Puerteventura 6 Sierra, runway 01, all ready for descent.
Expect Turto 6 Sierra for runway 01, Wilco, Alpaca 32 Alpha. Superb, so we're told to expect this arrival here. So let's see if we've got these charts all loaded in here. So it is as a PDF, so where are they? Hooray! There we are. So I haven't got the arrival unfortunately, but there's two ways of flying this.
40,
Who have we got here? Thank you so much to B9bot. £7.67. There's confetti all over my screen. What's going on? My Streamlabs has got confetti everywhere.
Hi Captain, will you be doing flight training once MS Flight Simulator is released for those of us who want to learn to fly a sim?
That's very kind of you, B9bot1. Thank you very much for the £7.67 donation. I don't know how you did it, but my Streamlabs is just filled up with confetti. Yes, we're hoping, well, I'm hoping I will be doing B9bot1 a series of tutorials. I think I'm getting a lot of requests for some more basic instruction. The kind of feedback from my last Microsoft Flight Sim video I did, or uploaded 2 days ago, was this is too in-depth. Now, I think a lot of people still would like to see that sort of stuff, but I'm going to probably do some kind of basic ILS, some instrument navigation sort of stuff. Now, a couple of guys I'd recommend, one guy I would really recommend is Squirrel. Squirrel I've actually met back in September. He holds a private pilot's license, so he's certainly worthwhile watching if you're wanting to learn some VFR stuff. It's been so long since I've done general aviation. I'd certainly need to brush up on some things, but certainly from the IR perspective, which we kind of do, well, we use the FMC and the Magenta line, but we still back it up. I've got the core knowledge to hopefully instruct you guys. But thank you very much for your generous donation. Looking forward to making some content for you guys. So, yeah, our arrival, the star we're flying, the Turto 6 Sierra, it doesn't actually follow this arrival, unfortunately. Ooh, rest in peace, FPS. Oh my goodness me, my PC's currently melting. Oh dear, what is my FPS right now? 10? 6? It's whirring away here. It's probably loading in all the scenery. Oh, I've never seen it do this. This is not a good sign. I'm quite surprised that it's not saying anything on Xpilot. Oh, have I been disconnected? I think I've just been disconnected. Yes, I have. Let me try and get back onto FliX. There we go. There we are. Slight issue there. So unfortunately, I couldn't find the star chart on here, but that's an interesting route. ZIBO. ZIBO. I know what's happened. It's fine. So we got, I forgot to select the correct transition. I do want the tender transition though. Oh no, I don't want the tender transition execute. It's completely my fault. Oh, I just wish I had the charts for you guys. So, the arrival we're flying isn't the charted one here. There's 2 arrivals here to the ILS approach. You can either go via tender, on this DME arc, which you can see is charted here. We intercept the 12 DME arc at 36 miles from Lima Tango Echo. Now go on to the localizer, but we're actually flying the Turto 6 Sierra. The Turto 6 Sierra takes us all the way to the extended sense line. I don't have the chart for it, neither was it on that website. So we're going to go via Topsu Nidom, which I don't have the chart for, Fox to 621, 622, 623 to Sotad, and then you see here, eventually go to Libru. Is that even on here? It's not. Well, there's a waypoint here called Demex. ATC can frequently clear you route direct to Demex on this approach, which is a bit of a shortcut. We'll see what ATC gives us, and then we'll have a quick look at the ILS chart as well. I'm just going to request descent now. Get your top of descents in chat. I've been waiting to say that for a while.
Willie 3220, runway 07. Clear line, wind
07,
0 degrees to 4 knots.
Is that Gran Canaria? I don't know. Oh, that was me knocking the trimmer.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, you're on Ferguson.
A firm request descent, Alpaca 32 Alpha.
Yeah, Alpaca 32 Alpha, the same flight level 200.
The same flight level 200 Alpaca 32 Alpha. There we are, 200 sets. We just missed our ultimate top 7 points. Push out at events. VNAV path. And then we should get retard arm here. Should be reducing thrust, so we're just got to be careful here because VNAV will die for that profile. So I'm just going to briefly go to level change. We'll bug decimal 77 and recapture the profile there. Thanks for subscribing, S. Stephen. Welcome on board as we just start our descent into Fuerteventura. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have the star chart available. The ILS then, you can see we've got everything tuned here. Yeah, I don't like the layout of these charts at all. Where's the frequencies for the ILS and everything? There, look, well that's the VOR, 14.1 Fuerteventura. DME for ILS. Local, there you go, look, 1095, which is tuned. So yeah, we're going to accept the localizer from there. Missed approach, if you have to go around, it's climb on radial 006 from Fuerteventura until you get to 530 feet, and then make a right turn 108 to intercept the 067 radial from Fuerteventura, and we'll go hold at tender. What I wanted to show you here though, something's very famous about Fuerteventura, it has a absolutely whopping displaced threshold. I think it's 1,000 meter displaced threshold here, so we actually only land touchdown there, and it can be very off-putting here on this approach. So basically this displaced threshold can give you some sort of strange optical illusions. So we're going to cross over the displaced threshold here at around, I don't know, 300 feet or so, and then we're only going to touch down there, which you'll see shortly. There's still long enough runway here. And then we'll go flat 30 order break 3, I think. So yeah, I'm sorry it's a bit of a... I'm really disappointed that the navgraph charts aren't working. It's a bit of a kind of mushed brief, but there's nothing really I can reference there. Fuel wise, we've got 3.7, 3.1 on arrival, so we needed 2.5 to divert to Gran Canaria. Welcome on board, B9 Bot 1. Thank you very much for not only your generous donation a few minutes ago, but you've now joined as a member. Obviously super excited to be part of the Alpaca Airways airline crew, and you want to wish to join on our group flight, so thank you very much. Welcome on board, and follow the steps on Google. If you type in Discord, YouTube synchronization, that will get you your invite to get into our Discord. Thank you very much, buddy. Right, anyway, 500 kilos of fuel to burn now. Was it 500? Yes, it is. Landing weight then is going to be 59.4. Okay, flat 30, order break 3 today, second E10 reverse. Oops, I've not been concentrating, so we're now 800 low on profiles and level change. Go back to VNAV. The aircraft will now do 1,000 feet per minute to recapture the path. Cool. That's it, thanks. I'll have control back, Jim. And then we do the descent checklist here. Pressurization set, anti-ice off, approach brief and fuel we discussed. And bugs are set as well. Drag required, technically, but it's being a bit slow pitching up here. It should be pitching up a little bit more now to give us 1,000 feet per minute. It's a little bit slow pitching up here, but that speed will quickly come back to us. Oops. Yeah, that's Lanzarote, I believe. First island. Mariana's just sent me the chart. I've got the chart there on my work iPad. It's the guys on the stream that can't view it. Thanks very much, Kieran, for sending the link. I've got them, but I've got my work iPad here, so that's what the guys need to see. So here is Lanzarote. Been here many times. Might even take a few pictures tomorrow. Runway 03 always in use there. Runway 21 occasionally.
Yeah, Willie 3220 taxi.
Tough approach that one.
Number 4.
Xpilot's recently been updated. It's really nice, the new layout and stuff. You can get the messages come up here on screen if you wish, all that sort of stuff. What is the reason for the very long threshold? I think it's obstacle or...
Alpaca 32 Alpha, contact Canarias
129.3, Alpaca 3 to Alpha, take one here. I think we're in FMC speed, I think, so it's just gone back to our target speed.
Alpaca 160X, continue ascent altitude 3000 feet.
That volume is set to 1 on my Xpilot client now. Canarias, we Buenos, Alpaca 32 Alpha, descending flight level 200, inbound to tender.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, muy buenas, identify Spega de Zulu approach for runway 01, descend level 100.
Expect ILS Zulu 01, descend now flight level 100, Alpaca 32 Alpha. So set, VNAV's engaged. Lovely. Mank angle, outstanding work. Thanks, guys.
Alpaca 71, proceed direct Lima, India, Romeo, Bravo, Uniform.
So the beauty of this approach is, it's called point merge. So these restrictions look straight away here. You'll be able to see that we need to be at or below flight level 80 already at Nidom, and the idea is you stay at flight level 80 all the way around until you get cleared direct to either Libru or Demex, which isn't charted here.
But
that 80 restriction at Nidom, it puts you in a position for a straight in at the right height, so that's why you have it there. It's very common, these point merge systems now in a lot of airports. Terry, where's ATC? What network? We're currently on VATSIM. I'm just looking at the stream playback. The difference on 60 FPS is phenomenal. I think the playback's so much better. How many people watching? 534 people. Fantastic. Thank you so much, all of you. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. I wouldn't be a professional streamer if I didn't say that. Your current stream bitrate is 20 megabytes per second. We recommend that you use 4,500. Well, I might, if I've got it, I might as well use it. No, stop. It keeps pinging up. Landing QNH, Steve, very good. I should have preset that on the PFD. I've done it in the FMC. 1015. There you go. Magnus, hello Captain, how's the stream going?
If it's possible, maintain 200 until intercept localizer for
pretty good so far. Everything's run smoothly. The only issue I've had is with the Navigraph charts not working, but that is a known issue at Navigraph. Otherwise, no, for an untested, haven't flown an X-plane for 3 weeks and haven't had time to test it, it's gone so far okay. Kick my cat, new internet, what provider? Still the same provider, still with...
Alpaca 5 Alpha Mike, hello, identify.
So loud, guys. Can't turn it any lower though. If it's low, it's off. Just where I live now, Kick my cat moved house much quicker. I've got fibre direct to the house here, so my download's around 300 meg per second, uploads 60 meg per second. And as everyone has pointed out already, it's made a big...
Alpaca 32 Alpha, proceed direct Foxtrot Victor 621.
Direct Foxtrot Victor 621, Alpaca 32 Alpha. Lovely.
Alpaca 16 Sierra X-ray, proceed direct Lirgu, Lima, India, Romeo, Bravo, Uniform.
So hopefully, that's put us a little bit low as we can expect, but hopefully that restriction at 80 below we can get a direct to Libru, and it sounds like whoever just was ahead of us just got a direct to Libru as well. Massive, again, shout out to FlyX. I must say thanks to anyone that provides scenery. You know, these guys got in contact with me and said, we'd love to give you a bit of scenery, and yeah, very duly said yes. So massive thanks to them. If you want to grab their scenery from FlyX, I think it's $20 in the store. Only came out recently as well for Fuerteventura. We'll have a good look at the airport after we've landed as well.
Alpaca 16 Sierra X-ray, descend 2,700 feet over Lirgu.
VATSIM has a partnership with the new Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, I saw. So that'll be great to be able to use the network. My only worry...
Alpaca 137, speed 200 knots.
My only concern is, and you guys know how it is and how people can be on the internet, certainly when I'm streaming, is...
Alpaca 32 Alpha, continue descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1015, Alpaca 32 Alpha. So that's set QNH 1015.
Alpaca 71, contact Fuerteventura.
I just realised I had the seatbelt sign off. We always leave it on now, in these COVID times. But yeah, QNH is 1015, passing 13,800, 5,000 feet. Standby altimeter is set. Now back onto profile.
50, 40.
Thank you very
30,
much again, Takeoff, for the $5. Again, you're generous.
Alpaca 16 Sierra X-ray,
Crazy.
approach.
Is FO Jim a real first officer? And we need that butter. Well, Jim is... I think it was Freckles or Will or someone suggested Jim would be
Alpaca 16 Sierra X-ray,
a great name for our skies. He's literally on 1. I can't turn it any lower than that. Yeah, Jim is our... So I sort of...
137, proceed direct SOTAS.
I sort of blame Jim on any of the mistakes I make, and our fictional character. And yeah, I'll do my absolute best to get butter.
Alpaca 5 Alpha Mike, continue.
I've not landed in
level
Flight
70.
Sim for 3.5 weeks. I've managed pretty good landings the last few weeks back at work as well. I've had one firm one, but the rest have been good. FizzGig, I'm noob. Explain on the new Microsoft Flight Sim. Currently in Explain. I'm unable to stream Microsoft Flight Simulator. I do have the closed beta and I've been making a couple of videos, but I am, as much as I'd love to, I cannot stream that live at the moment.
Alpaca 137, continue descend altitude 3,000 feet.
Did he put a landing since getting back in the sea? I have, thankfully, and I could be just saying that, but I genuinely, you know, I'm an honest man. I have had good landings. The thing is, one thing I have noticed actually since using Explain Lemons so much is, I don't know, but I think ground effect is exasperated in the sim. I certainly noticed the ZIBO and the other aircraft I've used as well. All
Alpaca
of them.
32 Alpha, speed 220 knots.
Reduce speed 220 knots, Alpaca 32 Alpha. So I'm just going to go level change here, and that means the aircraft can directly pitch for that speed. I've noticed all the aircraft in Explain, looking back at some post streams, they really want to float, and actually the beauty in the real aircraft is in the 7.3, when you check at 30 feet, close the thrust and hold the attitude, the aircraft it settles a lot easier than it does in the sim and in the real life. In Explain, it seems to want to float a little bit more. It doesn't require you to pitch down, but you just have to kind of release that back pressure slightly.
Alpaca 137, you can proceed directly to Lima, India, Romeo, Bravo, Uniform.
So there's 220 for ATC. We can now update the FMC, tell the FMC that we're doing 220 knots, and that will build us a
Alpaca
new...
32 Alpha, proceed direct SOTAS, Sierra Oscar Tango Alpha Delta.
Straight to SOTAD, Alpaca 32 Alpha. So that's not on the... Oh, it is on the arrival, actually. So... There we go, execute. LNAV's available. So one thing that the mod doesn't do, you see we're routing direct to SOTAD, and it's a very sharp turn, it's like a 140 degree turn here. In the real aircraft it'll actually attempt to draw, well it will draw your track, your actual exact tracks, and what you'd expect is a magenta line going from here looping round like they're overshooting and then rejoining a straight line there. That's not modelled there. The aircraft, the ZIBO model, will actually fly it, but it won't depict that magenta line on the ND. So very low on the approach here, but I don't expect to go all the way to Sotad, so I expect to be able to get an approach direct to Lerbu, so actual profile, I think we're not too far off. So that's based on us being 4,400 feet low, going all the way out to Sotad, which I don't think we'll do. All post-cruise checks, I'm all over the place there. 4 pumps. Lights, logos off, EPU's off, pressurisation, 3.0 set, seatbelts on, recall. There we are, post-cruise checks complete. We'd log off CPDLC as well. So we're happy with Fuerteventura VOR, I'll get the ILS active now. And Fuerteventura Tower we'll put on standby. 118475. It's very much like hotel foyer music. Just turned up at the bar, check your bags in, you order your drink from the bar. Ooh. Just try Navigraph again if you want quickly. I mean, it's not much point now.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, when you are able, recycle squawk 1473, please.
1473, confirm Alpaca 32 Alpha.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, film.
Perfect. 147. 4. Oh dear. Oh my days. There we go, 1473. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with the charts now at this stage. I think we had a rough look at what's going on there.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, continue descent altitude 2,700 feet.
Descent altitude 2,700 feet, Alpaca 32 Alpha. Look at that for time, that was just complete luck that we had this sunset approach here, really nice. Phone news. As Kieran Harvey mentioned, you can change the volume ATC with the radio panel now. You joking? Is that a ZIBO update or an expert?
Alpaca 32 Alpha, speed 200 knots.
I just say, watch this. Can you say that again, Alpaca 32 Alpha?
Alpaca 32 Alpha, speed 00 knots.
Speed 200 knots, Alpaca 32 Alpha. That's amazing! Is that you, ZIBO? Who's done that? That's incredible! You've actually modelled the volume controls on the MCP. That is incredible. I can't believe that. Kieran, you're full of all the bits and pieces of information today. Amazing. Oops, I've just realised I've just done a big no-no. Don't ever bug below the upspeed without selecting flaps, ever. That's a big no-no. There's flaps 1. That's an X-Pilot update, okay. Well, whoever did that, fantastic. What a nice touch. Anyway, 200 knots, flap 1. Hopefully it'll give us a bit of a turn soon, but we're going the speed he wants us to go. Getting a little bit low now, so we're just going to go vertical speed around 500 feet per minute. There's no point going low quickly if you're heading away from the airport.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, proceed direct Lima, India, Romeo, Bravo, Uniform.
Direct to Libru, Alpaca 32 Alpha. That's a nice little shortcut for us, so execute. Oh, look at that. Yes.
Alpaca 5 Alpha Mike, proceed direct Sota, Sierra, Oscar, Tango, Alpha Delta.
It's always nice when you update on profile. We'll be slightly below the glide slope as we come round. So quickly do the approach checklist now. So ILS frequencies. For the ILS, we've got 195, active once, twice, fixed rings in for runway 01, idents for the ILS. I did have them, where have they gone? That's X-Plane's doing. X-Plane's always faffing around with the ILS frequencies. I find if you detune it and retune it, it usually fixes it. Nope. It'll come back hopefully, so we can't do the idents. Course is ascent.
Alpha 5 Alpha Mag, yes, speed 200.
There we go. Oh, we're actually a lot lower than I thought we would be. Right, we've got correct sensing, India Foxtrot Victor, 20 miles. Oh, I'm Vorlock initially. Excellent, 600 people watching. If you are enjoying the stream so far, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get up to 500 likes for this impromptu ZIBO Mod 737 stream. Really enjoyed this one. Flight deck to sim sounded evil. Yeah, I can't believe how... That is brilliant. Fantastic guys at X-Flight. That is what a touch. I can now actually properly control the volume.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, your clear for ILS approach runway 01.
Cleared ILS approach 01, Alpaca 32 Alpha. So I did another naughty thing as well. I'm Vorlocker and actually been cleared to intercept the approach here. Butter or go around, guys. I'd love to. I must stress for that, but I've got to get up in about 9-10 hours for work. I'm actually going to the Canary Islands tomorrow, so I'll take a few pics for you if I can and share them with you on social media. I always do that in kind of the cruise and stuff. And yeah, I took a picture to kind of compare the stream to tomorrow, but I'd love to do Butter Go Around. I'd love to carry on streaming. It's going to be a shorter one today, but I'll try and get back with you as soon as possible. Little Nick, you're a little over the approach. You're quite right. That's why I've gone vertical speed at 500 feet per minute. Try and maintain a continuous descent, which we've achieved. VNAV's a little bit off, and the reason is because of that restriction at Libru. 2,700 feet's leaving us low. If I delete it, ideally we'd be at 4,100. You watch this, it will go from 850 now to around 400 or 700 feet low. And that's completely accurately modelled. Kieran put it down the way Boeing recommends. Right, we're in 1 dot, the glide slope coming up. Saki, how many people are flying in real life these days? Talked about it earlier. Loads are much quieter at the moment, less than half full generally. You've got it, Oliver. Marlow lit VS to finesse. There we are, localizer captured. So set runway heading, 1 dot alarm approach. We'll go flat 5 now. Alpaca 32 Alpha, establish ILS Zulu 01 at 12 miles.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, contact Fuerteventura Tower 118.47, bye bye.
118.47 Alpaca 32 Alpha, startable. Perfect. Now this is why I love the ZIBO mod. Right now, pitch power, flat 5. This is exactly what the aircraft will be doing now. Flipping slippery, this aircraft, guys. If you don't have flat 5 by the time you've intercepted the glide slope, the speed's only going to go in one direction, and that's that way. So make sure prior to glide slope capture you've got flat 5. It's really useful. It's working out really nicely for us now. 10 miles, 190. There's quite a strong headwind, which is helping out. But if you've got no wind or a tailwind, you really need to be cautious of your speed on final approach there. YR Lancel is here. He's actually a good friend of mine, a colleague, in fact. A senior training captain, I should say. Shouldn't I, Mr. Lancel? I used to live with him many years ago. Yeah, let's see if we can butter it. Right, did I contact Tower? In all that excitement, I think I did. Fuerteventura Tower, Buenos Tardes, Alpaca 32 Alpha, establish ILS Zulu 01, just past 9 miles.
Alpaca 32 Alpha, hello, continue approach, runway 01, wind 05 degrees, 19 knots, present traffic is right now, package to the runway.
And continue approach, Alpaca 32 Alpha. So we've got 19 knot headwind, guys. We'll take half of that for our final approach speed, so we'll fly VREF plus 10 knots today. We'll plan to configure at 4 miles.
2,500.
Ooh, set your Mr. Approach altitude. Thank you very much. Just testing you guys. 4,000 feet. I love this. I love that.
Alpha, wind 05 degrees, 19 knots, runway 01, clear to land.
Runway 01 cleared to land. Alpaca 32 Alpha. Landing clearance is in, guys. It's been cleared to land. We'll now turn the background music. This, guys, is also FlyX and all of this scenery here is FlyX, so definitely worthwhile having a look at. And you can already see at this distance here, this is all displaced threshold, around 1,000 meters of displaced threshold. It'll be a lot clearer when we get a little bit closer. It looks just like Fuerteventura at this time of day, a bit hazy, a little bit of sun. Even explain that was pretty fantastic sim. Right, approaching 5 miles, get myself into a bit of a it is more of a comfortable position. Just pretend, what is that? Just pretend you're on a check. Yeah, didn't notice me forgetting to set the missed approach altitude. That's what Jim should have reminded me. Oh, I still need to get more comfortable with this office. Let's see, right, gear down, flaps 15, match speed, landing checklist to flaps. Start switches, continuous, recall check, speed brake, arm green light, landing gear down, through green, auto brake set 3, running flaps, so flap 30. Matching speed, and we'll add 10 knots, so 151. So flaps, we've got 30-30 green light, lights are on, landing checks complete, have been cleared to land. Have a bit of fun, guys, get your landing rate guesses in. Pitch power's brilliant, 57%. Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, disconnecting autopilot, disconnecting auto throttle.
137, not my mistake, except
Speed's good, it's a pretty consistent wind, doesn't look too gusty. I'd expect it to be perhaps a little gustier here in real life. Nice and trim, a little bit of a crosswind as well. So we'll need to use the crosswind technique. We're going to use a little bit of left rudder, and then aileron into wind, right to aileron into wind. Hopefully we'll be pointing down the runway, going in the right direction.
500.
Check. So Jim would now be saying 500 you can continue, you are stabilised here, on speed, configuration, on glide, on pappies. There's that massive display threshold, so it could be a little bit confusing there with the runway, but don't touch down on that bit early. That's for takeoff only.
Minimums.
Continue. So tad low, 3 reds, so I'm going to pitch up slightly there. Only small corrections at this stage. Getting a little bit too low there, 4 reds, whoopsie. Yannick, close your eyes.
50. 40. 30.
Check,
20,
close.
10.
A little bit left rudder, aileron into wind. Come on. You beauty. Minus 100. Right, speed brakes up. Ooh, get that aileron into wind. Reverses. Ooh, centerline track is a bit off. 100 knots. 80 knots. 6 knots. Let's go idle. Manual braking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fuerteventura. I can't believe it. A butter after such time off. We'll take the next left. So weather radar off. Retracts come off. And the fixed landing lights. Jim would be doing the rest in reality. What a lovely sector that was. And yeah, the scenery from FlyX, guys. Looks really, really, really nice. So unfortunately I've got no charts for you guys, but we have vacated Echo 5. Alpaca 32 Alpha 01 vacated.
Alpaca 5 over Mike wind, 05050 degrees 1 and
I think I was just waiting to give him takeoff clearance, so we've vacated now.
7 pushes to approve phase.
Where's my instructions? So I'm just bringing it to a stop here, guys.
Pushes are approved facing north.
We don't know where we're going.
Alpaca 32 Alpha taxi on the right via gate Lima 1 stand 15 for you.
Gate Lima 1 stand 15 Alpaca 32 Alpha. Perfect, so that's a right turn and a left. And then it's going to be gate 15 in front of the main terminal. Awesome stuff. Ah, FlyX in the house. Thank you for flying to our scenery. You're most welcome, FlyX. Thank you so much for dropping me the scenery as well. Very, very kind of you. As I said, you can go grab this in the store for $20. Really nice. We'll have a good look of it as well around the airport just before I log off as well. I was only at this airport as I said, a couple of weeks ago, which is pretty cool. Right, we'll do the rest of the cleanup as well. And now I have much better internet. You'll be able to enjoy the scenery even more. Water brake coming off. I can't wait to have you guys all shouting at me, don't do this, you forgot to turn the weather radar off. Something like that. Speeds reset. Oh, look at that, stand 1.5 right next to our colleagues. I'm undershooting the line here slightly. Transponder's got to do as well. I hope I'm still on that line. Oh no! There's a problem in a desktop sim, you're all over the shop. That's, yeah. Right, strobe's done, probes. And there's stand 14, stand 15 coming up. Oh, I forgot to get the APU on. Right, let's get that on there. My taxiing is certainly adventurous today. There we go, I think I've done the cleanup. APU, hopefully I'll do a nice slow taxi on. Don't forget to turn the turn off and taxi lights on before turning on a stand, otherwise you'll blind everyone. I think I might have been on this stand the other week. Did I take a picture here? I can't remember. Transponder, doors are closed. Good one. Dana, is there a tutorial for the A350? For Airbus tutorials, I recommend checking out a guy called V1 Simulations. He does exactly what I do, but in the Airbus. I'm a Boeing guy, but I don't know if he has any for the A350, but certainly plenty for the A320, A319, the TOLIS and the Flight Factor ones. I'd certainly recommend checking him out. So idle. Look at that, look at the sun setting as well. So I'll actually shut down engine number 2 at this stage as well. There we are, stop. Wonderful, parking brake is set. Excellent, so look at that for timing. Look at that, APU's on the bus now. 2 blues, 1 red, engines are now dead. Usually have to wait until 20% into, but I'll turn that off now as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fuerteventura with the sun setting here. Absolutely lovely. We've got the air bridge coming along as well. Oops, no, not that button. There we are. Fantastic to see our colleagues here as well. And on the inaugural Faro to Fuerteventura service. Fantastic. I think the weather's just updated, which is why the lighting's all changed. Fantastic. P8, sorry Brett, so yes, cabin crew would say disarm slides and open doors. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fuerteventura. We hope to see you on another Alpaca Airways service in the very near future. Enjoy your holiday. Amazing. Guys, I really can't hang around too much because I have to get up very early, but as promised, let's have a little quick look at the scenery. I need to have a couple of words with my colleagues here. Look, they still have their speed brakes extended. Unprofessional. But yeah, here is the FlyX scenery. It is live weather, but I think it's a pretty accurate depiction of the airport. As you saw, the ground textures and all that stuff looks resplendent, and it's perfect. What I like about FlyX's scenery as well, a lot of developers, they don't automatically work with Ortho 4XP, so I have all the Ortho 4XP installed. I just install the scenery, bosh, it just works, which I love. There's no messing around with files to edit. Windsock's representative of the wind we have, great. Yeah, nice scenery. We'll definitely do some more flights into here as well, in X-Plane. Come to load the bags for the next sector. But yeah, $19.99. I think it's reasonably priced for the size of the airport. And I've been here a number of times. It looks exactly as it should. Dougal, thank you very much. Great stream as always. Many thanks, guys. For those who don't know who Dougal, he runs the SimWings project. If you look at my video description below, the third link from the top. I'd always recommend before you ever donate to me, if you ever feeling generous, have a look at his SimWings project where you can donate and help someone who's not in a position to sim regularly. Go help them out. Thank you very much again for helping me run the channels. Dougal. Partner Mike is here as well, a good friend of mine. Senior First Officer flying the 787. He helps me run the stream moderate things. Thanks again, Mike, for your continued support. Guys, thank you so much for everyone. I'll have a quick look at the comments section because I must shoot off because I do have an early start tomorrow. Got a bit low on that approach, so yeah, ideally 2 reds, 2 whites all the way to 50 feet AGL, but I was dipping 3 reds and 4 reds in fact, so slightly off. Got a butter though, that's all that matters in Alpaca Airways, in a desktop simulator. JD, you said you're only 4 away from the predicted. Must have been close. All of the criticism, APU transponder. Amazing. Listerman says 738 out of 10 would fly again. Awesome stuff, guys. Well, we won't hang around because I do have an early start tomorrow, but thank you very much anyway for everyone that popped in, and it's great to be back in the ZIBO mod. And this isn't the current version, this is the one we used previously, but this one is working fine, and no doubt I think it could have been an issue on my side, it was why the latest public one, the 343.4, wasn't working. But yeah, let's have a look at the all replay and call it a day. Let's turn that one down here, and of course we always end the Flight Deck Sim live stream with some funky music, if I can find the goddamn thing. Let's give it a go. It works! Superb. Right, guys, let's have a little... Oh gosh, I need to log out of Xpilot. Oh, it does that automatically, yeah. Thank you, disconnected. Perfect, so... let's have a little look at that landing.
25.
So... oops.
25.
Let's go from here. So it's looking good here. I think I disconnected... not too far from here, so have a little look from there. I always kind of like to have a brief overview of what could have been done better. So disconnected around, I think it was around here. I just, I wasn't really scanning well, so I went kind of 2 reds, looking good here, but then I was just started just dipping below the nose. Look, 3 reds here, 4 reds there. Now it's fine at this stage of the approach, so it's nothing to really worry about. Ideally all the way there. Now, one thing that X-Plane's always done is exasperated the aileron input you need for crosswind landings. I mean, we had about a 12 knot crosswind. I have to use a lot more aileron in X-Plane to keep the wings level than I do with when you'd expect to need in real life. For example, when you're at max landing rates or max crosswind landings in X-Plane 11, it's sometimes not enough. I don't know if you guys remember, we did a stream in the FlyJ Sim 200 and I had a 30 knot crosswind and the wing kept tipping. Like, you don't have enough aileron authority. It's always been that way in X-Plane 11. Let's have a little look at the butter anyway. Pilot Piggy, are you flying for your company 737 for tomorrow in real life? I am, so make sure you keep an eye on social media. I'll try and put the odd pic here and there. FlyX, you'll need to might have to have a little look at your display's threshold here. It could be an issue with my scenery file, to be fair, but you do have the runway approach lights on the runway. That was a nice decrab though, and you see what I like about X-Plane 11 so much is these effects. Look, so I'm going to go super slow-mo for you guys here. So when you decrab, notice what happens to the aircraft. So we're coming in now, going super slow-mo. We've got the crabbing quite nicely, and then I start to apply left rudder quite shortly whilst doing the check close hold. So I've checked now. Look, see the rudder coming in? Look, there's the left rudder, and see how the aircraft's now crabbing. Now, if you do this too early, you're going to drift downwind, because as soon as you decrab, the aircraft will be pushed by the wind. So look how now the right gear is moving left of the centre line. You need to start... that was pretty good where I did it at the height there. If you do that too early, you're going to drift downwind too quickly. This is why X-Plane is so good, so good. Left touch down there, and as soon as you get the grip from the tyres, it looks a lot worse here than it does internally. But as soon as the grips, then it starts going down the runway. So make sure when you decrab, you don't do it too early. Ideally later, you can land with crab, not best advised on a dry runway, but if you play it in real speed here, look with the left rudder. There we are, centre down the runway, but you do start drifting downwind, so make sure you're getting down there as soon as possible. Ideally a little bit more further right of the centre line, but yeah, it looks a lot worse from that view. My goodness, getting a lot of information for this stream today. It's like I'm back in the sim. Let's have a look from this touch point, this point here for the replay. Still a brilliant sim, guys. And this will be the best sim for tube liners for a while, I think, even when Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 comes out. Lovely. Let's do one more from tower. Oh look, Jose, it's Alpaca Airways. They finally fly to Fuerteventura. Yeah, where was my my water salute from the fire brigade. Lovely. But yeah, nice bit of scenery from FlyX. Alright guys, so I'll pop you back into the aircraft so you can enjoy the approach and landing from the passenger's perspective. But guys, I hope you really enjoyed this impromptu stream. It's great to be back streaming again and getting a little bit more settled in the house. I am flying now for the next 5 days. So there won't be anything now for the next few days. I have some shorter days as well, so I might try and make some flight sim content, 2020 content. I've got a few things in mind, but prior to release probably won't be that much more. Now, regarding what's coming up on the channel, I do have a few standbys later on in the end of August, so my plan is whenever I'm at standby, I'm going to kind of stream where I can and do some stuff for you guys as well. But yeah, there'll be Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 streams as soon as it's released. Concorde's coming up. We've got the A300 to purchase and buy. All of this will be coming up, so lots of exciting stuff for you guys to enjoy. But guys, thank you again to everyone that donated, all my members for the continued support, and for all you regular subscribers. All I ask is smash that thumbs up button. We've already got up to 529 likes, which is pretty cool. But guys, enjoy the replay. Keep an eye on social media if you want to see what I'm up to, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye for now.